Hello, good evening, everybody. How are you doing today? This is the official last day of Project Team 2024. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have you here tonight. If you know anybody that needs to be here, go share this link, share this live stream to them so that they can join. My name is Coach Ndali Modebe, project coordinator for Project Team 2024, and I'm delighted to be spending time and space with you. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. We have interesting topics for you tonight to discuss. Like I said, this is the very last day. This is the very last day. So let me give a few minutes for people to join in. In case you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that if you're watching this now. And if you're going to be watching subsequently, if you like to get good content, informative content, educative content, entertaining content, then you do very well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining us, please drop your name, where you're joining in from, so that I can give you a shout out. You can also drop the name of your business as well. Okay. Okay. All right. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? This is the grand finale. This is the grand finale. This is the grand finale of Project Team. I want to let you know that if you made it to this point, if you have followed through to this point, you are the real MVP. You have been able to learn from different coaches, different subject matter experts, from cybersecurity to project management to, like, there's so much branding, business strategies, content creation, videography, AI. We had coaches that joined in from South Africa, the thoughts on Web3, how to create your own NFTs. All this was on the platform. Agro business, how to have how to grow and grow your own garden for. And it's been an interesting saga so far. It's been really interesting. I want to seize this moment, to quickly remind everybody that if you did your assignment, and you're ready for presentation, we can make room for you to present your assignment tonight. We can make room for you to present your assignments tonight. Okay. If you also caught up with the coaches, yesterday was very dynamic. We had coaches that joined us all the way from Canada, United States, Nigeria, all over Ghana, right? We had coaches in the person of Mr. Austin Are, CEO Wildflower, PR, CEO, and the founder of Inland Town Media. We had Queen Moremi Elekwachi joining as well, the founder of Euphoric PR. We had Don Francis Osaji joining from the United States. He's the founder of System Digit. We had Coach Orolua Afe. She joined in as well, since she's a technology and business consultant. We also had Kenny. Kenny also joined in as well. We had so many coaches joining. We had Komla Elikim, founder of Crafo Systems, United States Navy veterans. They own a cybersecurity company here in Ghana. They joined in as well. We had so many coaches joining yesterday, and it was very interesting to sit down and have a heart-to-heart conversation with them with regards to where their heart lies in, SMEs and, growth. So without further ado, I'm going to be inviting our speaker for tonight. Please, I'll need you to turn on your visual so that we can see you, please. Thank you. I'm bringing you up to the stage. Hello, good evening.
Hi, Ndali. Good evening. How are you doing?
Very fine, very fine. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem. No problem. Nice to be here.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Kenny he's a business analyst. He's a journalist as well. But I'm going to allow him to introduce himself as he's going to be coaching us tonight. You have the microphone, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. So my name is Kenny, right? And a broad description of myself is a marketing consultant, and I've been doing a lot of marketing activities for primarily I would say just above 5 years. That is core marketing. Aside from that, I've really been around product development, digital product development, business development, and of course, creating new products and also use that to create partnerships. Right now, maybe for those who can view the screen right now, basically using the shortlets arm of my business, luxury shortlets right now, and that's also part of what we do. We actually promote Airbnb shortlets in Lagos, focused on in Lagos. This we have been doing for just over a year, and I'm really happy to be here. I really can't wait to share with you guys very briefly what we have in stock for you. So thank you again for joining in, and thank you, Ndali, for inviting me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So if you like to share your slide, if you look below the screen, you're going to see where it says present with a cross, right? Once you click on it, you go to slide, then it will go into your system and then you pull out your document so you can present.
All right. Okay, so document is being uploaded.
Good. Okay, so I
In the
see you,
meantime,
Boluwat. Yes. Okay, please go ahead.
okay. Okay, so it's up now. I'm not too sure if anyone can see it.
No, we can't see it yet. You need to click on add to stage. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm the one to add it to stage. Sorry.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay.
You can operate it. You can move the slides from your end, right?
I believe so.
Okay, good.
So the slide seems to be a little bit manipulated by this upload.
That's okay.
Oh, let me see. Oh, would it have been better if I uploaded a PDF? That what I did
Yes.
was a PowerPoint.
If you do a PDF, I think it might be better.
Okay. Sorry, viewers, just bear with us for a few minutes.
Please just bear with us. So, how was your day?
So far so good. So far so good, honestly. Um, so far so good. I see I can also just share my screen.
Yes, you can share your screen as well.
Okay. I think that might be better. So let me do that.
Okay.
So please let me know if you can view my screen.
Okay, let me add. Let me add you. Okay. Let me remove. Wait, I can view your screen, but what we are still seeing is the last slide, right?
Let's see.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so if you broadcast, if you share your screen, it's just direct us directly to the app that you're using. If it's your
So what I'm doing right now is that I'm uploading the PDF. So
okay,
let's see how that looks out.
okay. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about your background. You were a banker.
Mhm.
I never knew that.
Um, that was very early in my career. That's basically how I started my career, basically. And that was in UBA. Yeah,
That's my first
for the,
bank.
yeah, I don't think I need to give the I don't think I need to give the full meaning of UBA. I mean, I think
United Bank of Africa.
so it's a bank that has been around for 75 years now. Yeah, for 75 years now. And so that was basically it, really. And I think from there I did my post grad, came back, still joined the financial industry, but this time I moved in. Yeah, I moved into insurance, and from there IT, media, back to insurance and real estate. And part of what I'm doing, part of real estate is actually shortlets. So that's basically it. Okay, so I think the slide is better now in
It's
PDF. This is noted, so that next time we'll just go straight to PDF. Um, Please, I just want to confirm how many people do we have watching, and it would be nice to just have a good understanding on maybe the backgrounds of people, their businesses, and
okay.
yeah,
So
that's
let me put
that's
it
a
out
good,
there.
yeah.
Put it out there. Drop your name. So we have 5 to 4 people going in and out. Please drop your name, your business name, and where you're joining in from, so that we can have a bearing to the who we are discussing with.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, please drop so that we can have a bearing. But I think you can go ahead once they start dropping it.
Okay. But how many people do we have right now?
We're moving right now. We have 2, but some it fluctuates. It's been fluctuating between
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, but not 1.
Okay.
Just be moving
Okay.
up
I
and down because
understand.
many they go out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's being recorded, so you can always watch it. Watch it. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Again, and okay, thank you, Choma. Choma, I think Choma joined us last yesterday night.
Yes, she joined us last
Yeah,
night. Choma is talk and
yeah.
do. She's already secured her spot for consultation next week and her free
Oh,
ebook.
nice,
She
nice,
sent me the alert
nice,
now.
nice,
Yes.
nice. Nice.
Okay,
Okay.
Reverend also is joining in from Abu Dhabi. He's going to
Oh,
be
nice.
speaking later in the
Nice.
night as well.
Oh, nice. 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 All right. So this presentation is going to be very clear. I made it very few wording, examples, tools, you're going to see them. And it's really a guide for, first of all, for people who already have businesses, right? And their business is online in terms of they are promoting on social media, right? Now, it's, as the title really says, it's really a strategic guide, but I just wanted to create that name, but I like it. I like the name, the workflow, right? And that's what you're going to see. So the next slide is basically just going to show you guys what we're going to take today. For the agenda, we're going to talk about the overview. The overview is going to give you pretty much a holistic idea of everything, really. Then we'll talk about the objectives when it comes to a marketing flow. We're going to talk about the target audience. We're going to talk about the content itself, what people will see. We're going to talk about the channels you use. We're going to talk about lead generation, conversions, and we'll end this presentation with a conclusion, which will basically be a recap. Now, so for the overview, right? The screen is quite small on my own side, but anyway, I kind of have this off heart. So for this overview, we're going to be looking at, as I said, the workflow for a marketing
You know, you
campaign.
can enlarge if you look at there's a box at the lower part
Oh,
of
yeah.
the box.
Okay.
Once you
Okay.
click on it, it
I've seen
enlarges.
it. I've done it.
Okay,
I've done
great.
it. No, I'm used to Zoom and Teams and Google Meet. Yeah, you're the one introducing me to StreamYard. Okay, so
You will love it here, trust. So your topic. Can you give me your topic so I can put it on the as a tagline?
okay, so this is it. It's quite long, right? So a
Okay.
strategic guide to boost brand awareness, generate leads, and drive sales via
Okay.
social media promotion. If you want a
Okay,
short one, you can just call it a promotion workflow. Right? It's a marketing
okay, no, don't worry.
promotion.
I want to get the full. I want to get the full so that
All
we
right.
can do just the topic. Strategic
All right.
guide to boost. So you're very passionate about marketing while a lot of people are running away from marketing. Can you give us your secrets?
So I think what people are running away more from is sales or marketing. There are two different things.
Yes, sales, yeah, especially sales. Marketing is also part of
Yeah.
it.
So
And
yeah. So not I'll just say this very briefly so that we can continue. But marketing and sales are of course two different things. To me, I look at sales as closers, people who close. So the marketing has done all the awareness and done all that work to get into the psychic of people, try to generate those trust and all that. And a salesperson is basically ready to close and just give that extra confidence with that prospect in order for them to just basically bring out their money and pay, right? But in Nigeria and pretty much I think in most African countries, salespeople pretty much start from the very beginning, right? They do what marketing is supposed to do. For example, that awareness. Many companies don't really believe in marketing because many of the top management see it as a waste of money. They believe in if I pay of something, I'm supposed to get something in return, right? Meanwhile, it's marketing is something that the returns can sometimes start to be manifested in the next 3, 4, 5 years and all that, right? But at the end of the day, when you think about how do people actually buy something, it all starts with awareness, right? They get aware of something, they begin to consider it, they begin to have certain interests around it, they begin to have certain considerations, and if they buy, they buy. If they don't want to buy for whatsoever reason, maybe cost or they see a different alternative, that's basically the flow about it. But if you look at it from beginning to end, how someone buys something and you have a discussion with them, you'll find out that it starts from somewhere, right? And you can't buy something you're not aware of. Even if you buy it that very day, it basically means that maybe you need it, or maybe it's extremely cheap, and maybe you have so much money. But at the end of the day, even if it takes 5 seconds, you must have gotten aware of it and you bought it. So that awareness is very, very important. So that's basically. So let me just go back into the overview. Are you the one controlling it?
No.
I was just clicking.
Yeah, you're the
Okay,
one.
great. Okay. So basically, this overview is really like a summary of what we're going to go through, right? And the workflow, it basically is what you're seeing right there in your screen. If you want to promote anything at all, there must be a goal, right? There must be something you're aiming for, right? I'm not going to go into that. When we go to the objective slide, we'll talk about that. But there must be an objective. There must be a goal. Also, you must have, of course, a target audience. People who are those people that you want to buy your product or patronize your service, right? Keeping in mind also that we are using social media, so that means you need to create content, right? We need to create videos, or you need to create flyers, or whatever it is. Even if it's an audio, it's still a content. You need to do that. Now, you also need to promote this content at certain channels. And let's say, for example, you want to generate sales, for example, and therefore you need to get people's contacts first before you can reach out to them and all that. You need to generate leads. And from those leads, you now lead to conversions. Now, let me go back again and explain this. I just want to just give that run through. If you have an objective and let's say, for example, we are using a case, an example here for this presentation, which is Auntie Best Breads. So this is basically like a bakery service. So for example, let's say this bakery service wants to increase their sales, right? And that is their objective. Maybe they have put, they want to make ₦1 million, for example, in sales this month, specific, right? Smart goals. I want to make 100,000 naira this month, time lapse, right? And they already have a certain idea of who their target audience is. And let's say their target audience are women, say, aged 42, who like banana breads. So they have a very good understanding. Okay, this person that has banana breads, they like banana breads, and they are mostly ladies. This is their age group. You need to go further down into who these people are. For example, where did they go to? What did they watch? Who did they follow on social media? What are their religious traits in terms of, are they religious? Do they follow the religious people, or do they go to churches and stuff like that? And all those things. What did they watch? Right? You need to have that understanding of this kind of people. And these are just simple conversations you just have with your customers, and you start to write things down. Once you've understood who your target audience is entirely, it will now guide you in the kind of content to create. So, for example, you're creating a content for someone who's 42 years old. The person is pretty much more on the healthy side in terms of food. You're not going to create content for maybe something that's really sugary. You're not going to put those kind of donuts that are very spicy, like too much sugar on top of it. That's so unhealthy, and that is basically off the kind of person you're really targeting. So once you understand who that target audience is, you create content that resonates and connects with them, right? Again, following the understanding you have with the target audience, you now know where to promote. If they are people that like to follow religious people, you can go on Instagram and I think the Facebook Meta and target, put certain keywords and put certain interests that will connect to them, right? So that's that. Now for the lead generation, it's things like we'll give some examples there anyway. But for the lead generation, will be something like get 10%, fill a form and get 10%, right? Find out how we did this thing. The most important thing is that you just want their contact details. So what is that thing that you're going to give them in order for them to drop their contact details, right? And that's it. Once you begin to drop certain offers, for example, everybody likes offers, right? 10%, 15%, 20%. they begin to drop their details, and from there you pick them up, and you can start making calls in order to convert them. So that's basically this flow right now is basically all you need to really know. And once you understand this, is because I feel that many people sometimes just don't have that step-by-step flow in their head, and things are a little bit scattered. And once things are scattered, you really can't move from one place to another. So let's go further. So for example, so as I said, basically you need to know you're making a marketing promotion campaign, so you need to know exactly what the objective is really, right? So why are you promoting this? So I gave that example of I want to make £1 million in 1 month, right? So if you go down to the sorry, this stuffs are blocking the title of this. I can't really read everything here. But anyway, okay, thank you. So, for example, these are just marketing campaign examples. So, one can be running a marketing promotion, and their main goal is to raise awareness. They just want people to know about their company. And to me, if your business is new, or you have been in business for a long time, but still you don't really have so many customers, I would advise that you do this. If you go to, if you try to promote on LinkedIn and even Instagram, you will see that the first option, which is brand awareness. It's there. It's the first option for a very good reason, because that's where you should start. Sorry, right? Another example is to drive engagement. So, for example, you want people to really comment on your post and there and there and there. That is another objective. That is your own objective. You're the one to decide. And the third example I have here is basically the one I gave you initially, which is to boost sales. So I want to give, in this case, you want to sell 100 products within 1 month, right? And that's your objective. Now it's good to also know this objective, so that at the end of your campaign, you know whether the money that you spent is worth it or not. So that is it. So aside from the Facebook ad manager that gives you this analytics, one free tool also that you can also use in case you are directing people to your website is Google Analytics, right? Which I believe everyone if you've been in, had one or two conversations within marketing analytics, you must have heard of this. So that is that. So this is the first step in this marketing flow, which is the objective. Now, the target audience. So I want to start with this in order to just give a little bit of understanding on the difference between the target market and target audience. Now, keeping in mind that we are using Auntie's Best Bread as a case study, right? A bakery business, say in Lagos, so Auntie's Best Bread, the target audience would be basically people who eat bread in Lagos. That's it, right? So that is broad already. That is already broad. But if you want to go more specific into who your target audience are, you will find out, like I gave before, a lady, maybe she's age 42, or in this case, I gave a range of 25 to 40, who prioritize family nutrition, or young professionals seeking quick, high quality breakfast options. Now, this information I've just given you here can also be used to create good content, right? In terms of your promotion. So, for example, you can create a flyer because maybe you want to stand out from your competition, right? You can say, okay, we produce healthy banana breads in less than 2 hours or in less than 3 hours, or we create good healthy banana breads every day, right? So this tells people that, okay, every day I come to this place or I order bread from this place, I know it's today's bread. Let's put it that way, as people always say, today's bread, right? So these are these are really conversations that you might not even know, but by mere fact of just having discussions with your customers, you're already gathering this information already, right? Sometimes some people might want to say, let's have like a survey with our customers, let's talk to them and get all these things together. But if you have a very good relationship with your customers, you find out that you don't really need to do any survey anymore. Somebody just needs to just sit you down and ask you the right questions for the right answers to come out, right? So if you want to go down a little bit further into a target audience, is what we call a buyer persona. Now, a buyer persona basically is a fictitious representation of who your target audience is, right? So for example, now it's so how people normally use buyer persona is just to have that imaginary customer in their head. So, for example, Helen, 42 years old, she has 2 children, she has a husband, and yeah, she really cares about the health of her family. And she likes banana bread. She likes to give her children banana bread every morning. She works in the financial industry. She comes back late. Blah 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 blah. All these kind of things can really help. So for somebody, for this example and I just gave now, you can say that, okay, she doesn't have that time to go and buy this thing, and you might not think about, hey, how can I provide this bread to her, maybe by sending a dispatch or something to her house to drop these things. All these things are information that once you gather it can really help you with your entire business as a whole. So again, this is just I just gave a few examples of the buyer persona which I've just said. So, for example, a busy mom, 42 years old, values nutrition, family, health, convenience, finds fresh bread options for her family. That's another lady, 28 years old, and all that and all that. Now, I'm not going to go into all this. I'm going to go straight into the tool. So, HubSpot is a very very popular I'll call it avenue for marketing information blogs. They have a whole lot. And if you want a template on how to create a buyer persona for yourself, all you just have to do is go to HubSpot. Just go on Google, put in HubSpot, and just put in buyer persona, and you will just see a couple of, I'm pretty sure you're going to see like 5, 6, 7 links right in front of you. And then you can click and just move on. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, Indali, I think I'm full screen. Let's see.
Yes, you are, but I'll share.
Yeah, my presentation just went off. Are you putting it back on?
Yes, I'm doing that now.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Thanks. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So contents, right? So this is basically what you're going to promote, right? So it's your flyer and it's your video. Videos are obviously most recommended, right? If you really want to capture the audience and all that. What I would say right now is make sure your videos have very good high quality, right? In terms of pictures and the pictures that you use, make sure that they are connecting with your audience. Make sure you're using text that really also connect with your audience, for example. And whatever caption you put on your text, let it sound like a solution to what your target audience wants, right? So if somebody doesn't like bread that has stayed for more than 24 hours, you tell them, you put a caption like, say, bread made every day, right? If someone likes banana bread, you use the word banana bread. If someone likes the word healthy, you put the word healthy. If there's a certain type of banana somewhere in Africa that people like, and they like it when people use banana bread, and you have understood that your target audience like that type of banana for whatever reason, you put that keyword in, right? The most important thing is that you need to capture them. You need to make them see what you're offering as what they need and what they want, right? So that is basically it. And this also applies to the videos also. So straight in, I will just talk about everybody. I think a lot of people know Canva. I just used Canva not too long ago. In fact, I put some Canva elements into this slide, and it's a free tool. The paid version is also really, really awesome, and I think everyone should know how to use it. I know many people who have just learned how to use Canva, and they're basically self-employed because they just use Canva to just create flyers. So Canva is the recommended tool to create content for your business promotion. So channels, we talked about this earlier, but channels just means where would you promote this content that you have now created, right? So you would, for example, I put Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Google My Business, and all that. Fine, great. But if your audience, or rather what you're producing or what you're selling, and your audience aren't on, for example, Instagram, that might not be the best place for you. Many businesses, they have found out that they don't need to be on every platform. They are basically maybe on those 2 or 3. So the company I work in, we only have two media handles that we work on, two platforms, which is Instagram and LinkedIn. For the fact that yes, we do some promotions. We have a Facebook account because of the requirement with Meta that you need to have a Facebook account. So automatically you have a Facebook account. But it's very, very important for you to know where your audience are. If you find out that your audience are on TikTok, they're not really on Instagram, they're not on LinkedIn, please go to TikTok. If you find out that your audience are on WhatsApp business, please go there. If you find out your audience like to, they're more on Google and all that, please go there. Wherever your audience are is basically it. You are a solution person. You are you're creating value. So that's wherever your audience are, you need to go there to provide those values, and that's basically it. So the tool here is the Meta Business Suite. And this is basically what you use to promote your content on Instagram and Facebook. Now, I just want to add something here that for those who have used the Meta Business Suite, you might, or maybe you have not used it, but the promotions actually go beyond Instagram and Facebook, right? There's something called Facebook audience, whereby some of these apps that we have, for example, and I believe Truecaller, right? Truecaller, there's some ads that I've seen, and I decide to click on those links that I see when I see those ads, and I see something like, that's a day I saw Facebook audience. So if you go the Meta Business Suite, that's a particular point where you would, need to. Well, this is not really a Meta Business Suite class and all that, but you can actually get into the Facebook audience, and that means that there are certain apps that are connected to Facebook, and that means your ad would display on those various apps. It's really advisable, I would say, that if you are choosing the objective to create brand awareness, that you choose that option also. Right? If it's for brand awareness, you just want your name to be known. And I think every business just needs to do that, because nobody will buy from you if they don't know who you are, they don't know your name. So you might need to do that maybe once a year and so on and so forth and all that. So lead generation is basically throwing out information that you know that your audience would actually like. But in order for them to get that full benefit, they have to do something for you. So somebody wants banana bread again. Let's go with banana bread. I really like banana bread. And someone
You really
says,
like banana bread.
So someone says, so Auntie's Best Bread now puts a promotion out there and says, hey, do you know you can buy one banana bread and get another one free? I'm like, are you serious? Okay. I click. okay, in order for you to get the second one for free, you need to drop in your details or something like that. I'm going to do that, right? Or there's a promo that says we are offering 10%, right? A discount, and we want you to you to stay informed with the information that we're about to release over the couple of let's say a couple of months and all that. But in order for you to qualify or to gain this 10% discount, you need to fill a form, right? So that's also lead generation again. For other businesses, if you're not in the food business, for example, and then maybe let's say you're offering one service or the other, you have a brochure, right? Or you have some portfolio. You can send out one kind of ad that says, hey, this is what we do, this is what you do. But in order for you to get the full holistic idea of what we really do from end to end, click here to download our brochure, click here to download our portfolio. And in order for them to download it, they need to drop in their details. You need these details because the truth of the matter is that in the long run, you save some money, right? Via email marketing, that's a different angle, but you save a lot of money from because now you've gathered so many people who are interested in your business, in your product, in what you're offering, and now you can now move away from paying these platforms this amount of money in order to promote your business, whereby you can use email marketing platforms that have free plans. And sometimes, in fact, there are many add-ons to Gmail, to Zoho, all right, that you can send out bulk emails, right, to like three. I think Zoho, for example, I know I used to send out like 300 emails at least, and that per day, right? So if you do a multiplication, if you do times 10, that's already 3,000, right? So it's very, very important for you to have to generate these leads because Facebook, Instagram, Google, they're not owned by you. If they shut down or they leave Nigeria, your business, what happens to your business, right? So you need these contact details to stay afloat, to stay in business, right? And to reach out to people when you need to also. So that's very, very important. Now, a tool that I recommend for generating leads is Brivo. Brivo is an email marketing tool, right? And it was formerly Sendinblue. If you type in Brivo on Google, you would actually see that information. It has a free plan and also has a paid plan. Many people use MailChimp and I think Sender and all that, but I like Brivo. So conversion is basically, let's say, for example, you are you're still on Instagram, for example, and you are how would I put it? So, for example, when I said that click here to get a 10% discount, right? That's a call to action. That's what you want. If you want people to actually click on that place and download your brochure or to fill in that form, that is your objective. In fact, that's from the get-go, right? That was your objective from the get-go. And if anybody does it, that means that person has been converted, right? So that's basically it. So whatever objective you have, and if someone actually does it, then that means you have a successful conversion. So if your goal in the beginning was to say get 100 people to sign up in your form, and you actually get 100 people to sign up, you've got 100%. If your goal was to get 100 to make a million naira within 1 month, right? That means your conversion in terms of that objective has been successful, right? So whatever it is that was your objective in the very beginning, and it actually happens eventually, you can say yes, you have got a successful conversion. It might vary in terms of percentages, right? So, for example, you wanted to make 1 million, but let's say at the end of the month you made 850,000 or 900,000. You can say, good, okay, I made like 90%, let's say 9% pass mark and all that. So another thing in terms of the tools, you can also use Linktree. right? So Linktree is basically a website that just helps you basically branch out into different how would I put it again? Different links that you might want people to just reach out to. So, for example, banana bread, you want someone to check out your ingredients, you want someone to look at your store, where your stores are located, you want someone to pay immediately. You can have a payment link, so you can also use that for that. So that's it on conversion. I think in conclusion, and this is more like a recap, right? So again, have your objective. Your objective is pretty much it, right? That is it. Start with the end in mind, which is your objective. Really have a good understanding of who your target audience is, and this target audience part is to be honest with you, is the part where you're going to spend at least 40% of your time, because that is really going to dictate every single thing that you do along the way, especially when it comes to content and channels. So create good content that really appeal to your target audience, visuals, videos. Make sure you're using the right platforms that they are on. Again, really know where they are. Instagram, I think everybody's pretty much on Instagram, but if you're a business person, maybe you're selling something really expensive and you really want to like hit like some executives, just use LinkedIn. Don't waste your time. Just just give them that information on LinkedIn, because people take you more seriously, especially when you're offering something quite expensive. And lead generation, get those details. Find a way to get those details, right? Find a way to get those details from these people, because it's very, very important along the way. Some people might want to skip lead generation, because once they're promoting on Instagram, they just want people to just buy immediately, right? Hey, just buy, buy, buy. No problem. You can actually still get those details when people buy, right? Some people, the customers reach out to them on DMs, they exchange some numbers in order to send the delivery and all that. You're already getting information already, so that's already lead generation. What else again? You might have a for those who use Paystack, you might have a Paystack store or Flutterwave store, and that might be where you're directing people to. You still go to generate leads anyway from that, because people will drop their details and all that. So, and in terms of conversion, put strong call to actions, and let it be something that you know that if you saw this thing somewhere else, you yourself, you will click on it, right? So don't just put something there and just hope, right? Put something that these people really need, and you yourself, you're also comfortable that you yourself will also click on it. Okay, so I think that is the end. So thank you thank you very much for listening. I want to believe that there are lots of questions lined up for me, so let me hear it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So I don't know. Can you see the comment section from your end?
I can say grand finale is here.
Okay. So that means you can see the question comment section. Okay, guys. If you've been paying attention, I want to see some fire emojis in the comment section. If you have questions, okay, we have some comments from Chioma. Chioma is going to be our A student, though. See how she's just making herself visible. She says, "Thank you so much for this detailed presentation." She's so thankful to you. Do you have any questions? She's dropping love emojis for you and fire emojis as well. Any questions?
Thank you,
You have,
Chuma.
yes, you have a marketing guru, a sales expert in lead generation and all that. He's here. If you want to book consultation, you're talking about hundreds of thousands. So drop your questions right now. Do you also do consultation? Do you offer consultational services for business owners?
Yeah, yes. So we do using our marketing agency, Comjet7. Um, so yes, we do. Let me just put it that way, very simple. Don't want to go into too much details.
Okay, okay, all right. So the good thing is that your phone number, your Instagram page is on the screen.
Yes.
Salami says, "Thank you so much for this." Okay, any questions? Any
You're
questions? Okay, so I
welcome.
want to. Okay, so right now we have like 8 people streaming. I want us to do something. Can you drop your business name and what you do in the comments so that we can model like so let's say from start to finish, for instance, I want to build a sales funnel for banana bread, right? Or for a skincare product for hazel oils. Let's say I want to, because I like to have this around me to moisturize my hands. It smells so good, right? And it's not greasy. So let's say I want to build a sales funnel for hazel oils. In the sales funnel, I want to offer a class teaching hazel oils. And I also want to offer consultation for people that want to go into selling hazel oils and people that also want to take consultation for their skin and become a distributor. How do I create a sales funnel? Since nobody wants to put their business in the comment section, let me use my own. With regards to what you just thought, how do I
So,
create a sales strategy, inculcating my coaching program, distributors for hazel oils, and also people that will buy hazel oils across the globe?
okay. So, your objective now. Let's go with the flow. So, let's start with your objective. What is your objective? And let it be like a smart objective.
Okay.
What's your objective right
Okay.
now?
My objective is to get about 300 people to pay for a class to learn how to make their own skincare products. One, my
Mhm.
objective is to get about 20 distributors in 2 countries, Ghana and Nigeria. 20 distributors, that's
Okay.
10 distributors that will, buy products from me and distribute in their different channels. Those are my objectives. And my objectives are also to generate people that are also individually interested in purchasing, doing a review on their skin and purchasing products. So these three are
So,
my objectives for now.
so to be honest with you, if you're looking for a distributor, right, to buy your products, um, it's automatically telling me this is a B2B approach, right? So automatically telling me this is a B2B approach. And that B2B approach is basically, first of all, how many distributors are there for your product, right? Is it it's not mass, it's not like a mass market, um, um, it's not mass market basically. Um, you do not have, say, 100, 50 distributors and you want to go through the marketing route of promotions and all that. No, no. The number of people that you're targeting are very few, right? And you can actually reach out to them on an individual basis, right? So that's just it. That's just it, right? So if I were you, I will not go through marketing. I will not even this route of promoting this and that. No, I will not do that. I will just identify who these people are. As I said, it's a B2B approach. Identify the companies that I need. Um, go online, research on who are the ideal key management staff that I need to have a meeting with, have a good understanding about their process and all that. The most important thing really is finding out how to schedule, get a meeting, with the management, carry your samples, right? If you have been selling to certain people over a period of time, you get their reviews, preferably maybe a video a review. You show it to them. You can even send these reviews to them before you even get to their office, because you need to give them something to convince them to even warrant, to even allow you to have that meeting with them. right? So it's a B2B approach entirely. It's a completely
That's for the
B2B.
distribution.
Yes, that's for the distribution.
Then how about like the first part? I want to train 300 people on how to set up their own, skincare business, and also teach them about, let's say, three products, how to start, how to
Yeah,
scale, and to
yeah, yeah. So another thing in marketing again is that it's a 1%, 1%, 1% kind of thing. Now, let me explain. Um, if you reach out to a million people, it's most likely only 1% of those guys would um, let's say you're reaching out to them and you want them to register for a free course. If you reach out to 1 million people, most likely it's just 1%. And this 1% is based on best practice, not is based on experience, right? For general experience. So mostly people have found out that between 1 to 3% of your reach actually do what you want them to do, right? So if you want 3%, I would say go through this formula, right? You might need to play it backwards. So for example, 1 million people you reach out to via promotion, one out of that 1 million, let's give it 1%, right? 1% of those people click the link. Don't think that people who have clicked the link would all fill the form. Not all of them will fill the form. Another percentage, probably of the 1% that clicked the link, would fill the form. Another 1% again, if you require them to make payments to come for your course, is another 1%. And if most likely they make payments, it's very good probability that those people who have made payments would actually come. However, if your course is free, just know that people, irrespective of the number of people that fill the form, just keep in mind that maybe because they have filled the form, maybe you might get up to 10%, 10, 20% of them who might actually come for that course. So
course.
if you want 300 people, if you apply this formula backwards, you might find out that you need to reach out to at least maybe 6,
3,000.
more than that. More than that, you might need to reach out to three. Yeah, you might need to reach out to at least 3 million people, right? Through that kind of thing.
3
So
million people.
you can, yes, yes. However, the other thing I want to say is this: if you're promoting in a very specific to a very specific audience, maybe there's a community that you have identified that would be interested in what you are selling, right? The training that you're giving. That's a whole different ballgame because for them to be in that community that you have identified to be interested in what you want to offer, that community has already done the filtering, right? So that's a whole different ballgame. And it depends on how you go into that community because people who belong to a certain community, uh, there's this trust they have, right? And we see it a lot with politics, really, where people go to meet their traditional people and there in order to get support and for traditional people to talk to them and those kind of things. So it works that way in a way. So you need to reach out to a whole lot of people. You need to reach out to a whole lot of people for that, especially when you have it's something that they need to pay for, right? Something that they really need to pay for. You need to reach out to a whole lot of people. But again, you might be lucky to be on the higher percentage, which is the 3%, right? If your targeting is really done right, you're targeting to the specific people. For example, I remember when I did a study for a company that wanted to have a trade fair in Ikoyi, and they were thinking of promoting to people in the mainland, that's in Lagos mainland and far and wide basically. And the event was happening in Ikoyi around say from 9 o'clock to around 1 or so. I will not advertise on the mainland. I will not advertise in, say, for example, Ikeja or Mole. I don't expect all those people to come all that way for an event that is not really like, for example, the GT Food and Drinks, for example, right? I will not do that, right? So when you confine yourself to a certain location, even go online, look at Instagram, Facebook. When you confine yourself to a certain location, you put on certain um, demographics, it begins to tell you the number of people that you can reach. Then you start to have an eye opener, like, oh, I thought I could even reach this much and all that and all that, you know. So if you really want to get a lot of people like this 300, you need to really work out the percentage backwards. You know, you might be lucky, you might get the 3% and all that, but if you have done this before, you will understand that not many people, you will reach out to a million people and very few people will just come ask some questions and all that, you know. But you will definitely get some people if you reach out to a million people, definitely. Yeah, but do your
Okay,
targeting
so
right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
you're saying that we should do, and the targeting should be based on, social media targeting, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
it has
Yeah.
with ads.
Yes, definitely. If you're promoting on Instagram, social media, obviously, but it is best that you're using certain keywords um, that will connect, right? I think Facebook, Instagram, they're already doing very good work in terms of their algorithm, their targeting, right? Whereby, I mean, you have experienced it. You're looking for a property, for example, and all of a sudden you start getting ads start popping up and all that. So, and they do all that. So you need to your content just needs to really, really give them a reason to really come, right? So most times people, let's be honest, most times once it's free, people just don't really value it that much, right? But if you put a small bit of price on it,
Talking
they take you
about
seriously.
it.
Yeah.
So, what do you say? What should we do a you know a course? Put it at a token, like you said, even if it's 10K or 7K, and people can sign up to learn about ads, to learn about branding and social media. What do you think? Do you think it's something we can do?
It's something definitely that we can do, and more specifically, it would be nice to have a very good understanding on what areas exactly, because um, what you just said very briefly in a way is actually quite broad.
It's broad,
Um,
yes. Well, we'll
yeah,
streamline it definitely. But if
yeah.
there are
So
people here that would like to learn about branding, I would like to learn about content creation, we'll pick different aspects. So we'll have like, we'll have a regular class, and then after that we'll have like a master class just for a token of
yeah,
maybe 7 to 8, 10,000, and then we'll do this training. And then when we are done, they'll understand. We'll break it down to the barest minimum.
yeah.
It could be like, okay, so, oh, Venus, you're welcome. Venus is welcome. You're very much welcome. Oh, I can see you. Please, can you turn on your camera? Okay. Okay, so Venice is our next speaker. So definitely, I would love us to do this. Please, if you're interested in this class, we're going to post
All
more
right, I think
details.
Chioma is asking a question.
Yes, Choma has a question that she asked. Venice, you're welcome. I'm going to let Venice in. She's our next speaker, but let's address Choma's question. Venice
Okay.
happens to be our coach joining us all the way from Ghana. She is Ghanaian. She's a nurse and an artist. So she's going to be talking about mental health for business owners. Kenya, I also like you to be in a part of the conversation as well. But please, let's answer. Venice, you're welcome. Hello.
Hi.
We are so glad to have you.
Hello. Hi,
Yes.
guys.
Yes. Hello. Please welcome Venice. She's Ghanaian, our very first Ghanaian coach. I'm so happy
Hi.
that you're joining us today. Welcome. Please let's welcome Venice in the comment section. She's a nurse. She's our very next speaker.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you so much. Thank you
Welcome.
so much.
you're welcome.
Thank you
Yes. So
so much.
let's address the questions in the comments, and then we can now progress. Okay. Let's address the questions in the comment. Okay, so we have some
Hello.
questions.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you so much. My network is terrible, but I would manage.
Yes. Please try your best. Yes. Okay. So we're also going to be having Reverend join us as well. So the first question we have is from Choma. Choma says, "How do I get brand awareness for my
Okay.
product?" Yes, Choma's brand.
Okay.
She has Chomzy collectible. She has shoes, she has bags, clothes, and all. Because I follow her, I see her posts and all. Is there any other product you have that you want to post? So Kenny, please answer this question.
Yeah.
Asking how can you create brand awareness for
I'm
her
here.
products.
So
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, for trauma is one word: promote. That's
Mm,
just it, right? You need to promote to get that brand awareness, right? But one thing again, I think I would suggest is very very good, as I said in the presentation, is let people know your name, right? Many
mm,
times people just I see many ads, hey, patronize us, just showing the shoes. You need to know you need to know the person's name, right? It's just like we human beings. If you don't know
Yeah,
someone's name, you have to describe.
actually, I think we're having a network issue.
Yeah. So
My
for trauma,
network is horrible.
sorry. I
yeah.
don't know what's
So
happening.
for trauma, yeah.
Mhm.
But so I'm just let me just so like trauma has been waiting. So for trauma, you just need that. You just need to promote, really, right? You just need to promote, and if you're using Facebook, for example, Instagram, click on the brand and the awareness tab first. And one thing that you will notice is that when you promote using the awareness option, you it does that for you. It makes sure that your product really gets to a lot of people, right? And most times you might not even need to do like a you might not need to choose sales option in terms of I want sales and all that, right? Most times once it gets to a whole lot of people, probability just works for you, right? Probably just works so people just start to see you and all that and all that. So one thing we have found out with Facebook, Meta, Instagram is that if you choose engagement, what Facebook does is that it shows your ads to people who have shown the behavior of always interacting with content on Instagram, right? So it will take you to people who in like who comment and like and do all those things on other people's promotion. So that's what it's going to do in order to give you what you want. You want engagement. For people, if you want sales, it's going to direct your ads to people who have shown behaviors of buying, right? So that is basically it. It's just like, for example, now somebody who's it's a funny example, but somebody wants money, for example, and he knows this person is like a cheerful giver, right? If I know someone's a cheerful giver, I'm like someone wants money, I was like, I gotta meet this guy. Like, go and meet this person. Like, he's a nice guy. He will give you the money. I've identified that this person is a nice guy. He will give you, he likes to share money. So I'm going to direct you. So that's what like Facebook is now doing. Now directing your ads to those who would show it. So it's important, it's good. It might be what you want, but in the long run, because maybe your brand is not well known, right? Or it's not well known in a different location. It might be well known in one location, but not well known in a different location. Just like if you had like a branch in Lagos, for example, and you're moving to Abuja, people don't know you in Abuja. you need to do brand awareness for that part, right? You're moving to another location, you need to do brand awareness for that, right? So basically, you just need to promote, and make sure that your ads are connecting with the audience. Make sure your captions you're putting on your ads, it doesn't matter whether it's a flyer or a video, make sure it's hitting on their pain points. For example, healthy bread and all that. So make sure you're using words that connect with what people want, and that's basically it. Salami says, I'm an online hair vendor and hairstylist. How do I boost my business? So quick one, people just, so yours is okay, online hair vendor. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is the same thing, really, right? You're gonna target there are various ways right now. Just looking at what you just said right now, that there are various ways, right? You can give your hair to someone who is well known on Instagram, for example. I'm using Instagram, and they tag you or something like that, or you have people that come into buy from you and they do reviews. People always like those reviews. You also create some good content around your products. So for some reason, I just remembered one lady on Instagram who was showing some hairs, some wigs where it was like bouncing and all that. You can do all those things if you have identified that your customers like those kind of things, right? So and that's it. And of course, if you're promoting on what they call it on Instagram, for example, make sure you're choosing depending on the kind of hair you sell. You might not be selling hair that are ideal for women who are above 50 years old, for example. Maybe your target audience is between
Reverend, you're welcome.
Between
Thank
23,
you. Thank you,
25, or between or 23 to maybe 40 or 45 or wherever it is, right? So, and again, of course, they're going to be women. So just streamline it. Everything I'm talking about right now is really using Instagram, Facebook. That's a whole lot more you can do. But I'm just going to streamline it to this. So just make sure that your content is really what the kind of content you create. And for you, I think it's going to be more videos. Flyers will not do, right? Your business is more of content and reviews and showing how durable your products are and all that. So that's what I can say for now. I'm pretty sure we can, or maybe other people can also add to this.
Okay. All right. So I want to introduce Reverend. Our very first Ghanaian coach is Venus. She's having difficulties with her network, and this is our very second Ghanaian coach in the person of Reverend. I don't want to murder his name, but Reverend Nee. He's joining us all the way from Abu Dhabi. Please, can you briefly introduce yourself? We have a question here. She says she's a hair vendor, and then she needs to boost her business. We have Kenny. He is a marketing guru, a sales, like everything sales press. He's the person for you. Reverend he's an artist. He's a psychologist. He's also a poet as well. Kenny, please unlock your camera because when you were off, So I want to do the introduction. Kenny, what just happened? Okay, so Reverend, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Indali.
Yes, you're welcome. We're very glad to finally have you. Okay. I'm trying to get Venice in. I believe Kenny is going to make a very big input to the conversation we're going to be having. Especially since this is the very last training for Project Team. We're going to talk about business and mental health. How do business owners cope with the economy? Because it's so demoralizing. And this is why I really wanted Venice to be here as well. She's a nurse. She's an expert when it comes to healthy lifestyle and all that. I would have really loved her to be here, but she's trying. she's trying to get connected in, but if while we're waiting for her, let's just start conversing. Reverend, please, can you briefly introduce yourself? And if there's any more questions on marketing, drop it in the comments. Like I said, Kenny and I, we're going to work on a course. We'll make it very like a token, that we're going to teach, and we're definitely going to put it out soon. So prepare your sika. It's definitely not going to be a lot of money. Maybe anything between 5 to 10,000. So prepare your money. It's going to be a banger. So Reverend, please, can you briefly introduce yourself so that we can get to know you?
Most definitely. I mean, all you have said is who I am, basically. So I like to consider myself as a disciple of life. Basically, my name is Reverend Abel Niashali Ashley. And of course, I am on the calling to share the ancient wisdom with our generation, how best that I can, because we are standing on the verge of an immediate spiritual evolution as a people. And if you take a look at what evolution means, it simply means your ability to absorb information as you have never met with before. There has been an age of information. That age has passed, and it has set us on a threshold where we are supposed to significantly evolve. So what I'm about to share today is basically tied to what I'm saying. Like, Indali, can I just go on?
Yes, please.
All right. So the caption for my presentation today is to tell you to create something as opposed to simply consuming, in a consumerist culture. Create something. And I think that's one thing my brother is also hinting on when he's going on his presentation on marketing and branding and all of that. I mean, it's in the same direction. You have to create something because it satisfies every plane of your engagement as a being. First and foremost, when you create, it's an act of expressionism from your soul. And when you go deep down to express that which needs to leave your soul, you are engendering your own healing. And when you finally create that product and you employ the wisdom our brother has shared right now to market it and put it out there, then subsequently you are moving on to becoming your own boss. So you are moving on to create a stream of income that further gives you the freedom to actually relish life as you are meant to relish it and not be a slave to some boss's tyranny. You see, so when you create something, you fulfill every aspect of your being instead of just sitting back and then consuming and allowing the circumstances around you to dictate to you. And most importantly, you have to create something because we are moving towards the age where currency as we know it is fading into the background, and the legal tender that we are now going to use to exchange in that future is our creative assets and our creative abilities. So the money as you know it now is going to be put down. Even blockchain, digital tokens and all of that, they are going to be set aside in a future that we may not probably live to see, but that's where we are headed. The legal tender is going to be our creative asset and creative abilities. And so we have to begin now. They say that early entry is always in the best interest. When I speak of these things, I speak with the future in retrospect. I speak with the future in view, because it's important that when we are drawing plans for now, we project into what and how those plans are going to impact the future that we are looking at as a people. So we have to bring ourselves to create something, because as a people we have to collectively heal, and that is what art is about. That is what marketing is about. That's what business is about. Indali was talking about how business people cope with the economy that it is now. I mean, how things are going. You see, I'm a business owner as well, or I'm rising into the role of a business owner. My path is the path of a charity organization, 99 Livery. And then what we do is to teach people to harness their spiritual capital. Capitalism teaches you to go after material capital, seek after material wealth. But we are talking about the fact that before you go seeking after that material wealth, what is the quality and caliber of your own spiritual capital? What is the nature and quality of your internal state of affairs? There are a lot of rich people sitting in their Lamborghinis and in their 5-star whatever, and then they are as depressed as depression can ever be. You see, that's the spiritual capital we are talking about. And the thing is that when we leave people to go on that path for too long, it creates a certain mystic atmosphere characteristic of what they are feeling within. So I'm saying that when you enter into an atmosphere where people are angry, the likelihood of you getting angry is very high. Why? Because the anger that they are emitting is going on to create a mystic atmosphere of that environment. And therefore, when you go there, even if you are the happiest man, there's a high likelihood that you also get angry. It's the same thing with depression. When you enter into an atmosphere where the people over there are depressed and you are the happiest man, there is a high likelihood that you are going to end up depressed. Why? Because we are electromagnetic beings. And therefore, as a people, now more than ever, when you are depressed, when you are in those low energy states, you don't actually live up to your highest standards. You don't actually put your best foot forward. You don't actually do things that in your personal goals and agenda. You are not your most effective person in those circumstances. You see, and therefore, if we have a community of people who are depressed, no matter the level of degree of their depression, how is the productivity level of that society going to be like? And the thing is, just like Newton said, when a boy is traveling in a straight line, it continues on that straight line until an external force acts upon it. So I'm saying that if you leave somebody to go depressed for too long, the person will just keep going down the path of depression until an external light comes to act upon them. So I'm saying that we have work on our hands as business people, as mental health advocates, as priests, as whatever. There's a lot that we need to do with our persons as individuals. You see, before we bring that degree of attainment to bear on the outer level of things. Talking about how business people cope with the economy now, is in the midst of that, you have to recognize yourself as a creator, co-creating with the creator. What I mean by that is that a lot of people have left themselves to fall victim to the circumstances around them, because they haven't realized that they stand at the epicenter of their manifestations. You see, the narrative that the world right now, especially the millennials, are running with is a flawed one. A flawed one that teaches you that what you can touch, what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can see, what you can hear is real. That's the narrative out there, and I can understand that's what has gone on for too long. But what is reality? There is no objective reality over there. Why am I saying that? Because you are the creator of everything around you. All the people around you are people you have attracted. All the opportunities or the lack of opportunities around you are circumstances you have consciously created by the things you are allowing yourself to feel, and the things you are allowing yourself to think, and the words you are allowing yourself to say. You see, this aspect of business development is not in mainstream business development, but they impact significantly on everything we do as a people. You see, and that's why the masters of the business world put in the segment they call customer relations. What does that mean? You have to deal with the other person in such a way that they keep coming back, but not that they keep coming back in such a way that also make you feel good about yourself, because that feeling, it goes to create the world, the quality of the world around you. When you're not feeling right, you're not thinking right. And when you're not thinking right, obviously the plans you are going to put in place are going to reflect your flawed thinking. So I'm saying that we have to go back to the beginning, go back to the cause of all things. We see most people are trying to change things from the standpoint of effects on the surface level. But if you are going to change something, why not go to the cause from which that effect you are trying to change has emanated from? Go back to the beginning and begin to plot your way one after the other to wherever you are going to. You see, you have set your plans and already you are kicking yourself to the curb by doubting the quality of your plans. The doubting, you are putting out energy emissions that are instantly, rapidly manifesting what you are putting out there. You are doubting. So at the end of the day, you realize that your plan is not going as it is. And then who are you going to blame? You are the center of your creation. That's what I'm saying. So if something is not working out right for you, don't look outside of you. Go back into yourself and figure out, am I feeling right? Am I holding certain things against certain people? Am I resentful? Am I angry? Am I envious of my colleague or my competitor? Remove all those things and align yourself in a place of balance before you begin to move. Before you begin to move on any business plan, on any marketing strategy, on whatever it is, ensure that you are always in your internal place of balance before you move. Otherwise, whatever you do, it's just going to reflect the flawed nature of your inner being. And then you are just going to end up frustrated because it's like a domino effect. When you put in depression, it multiplies the depression and brings it back to you. And when depression comes multiplied, then you are growing on the path of depression. So if you need help, seek help. You see, especially in the African culture, the growing child is expected to be seen but not be heard. So we grow up actually bottling up a lot of things inside of us. And those things that we have bottled up inside of us end up clogging the free flow of our vital forces. So we have most of our generation walking around and they are not taken within. So they become stooges of a certain conventional system. So these people, these brothers and sisters of ours, are not actually living, they are existing. You see, so when you decide to create something, you begin to disrupt that continuum, that very dark continuum that we have been taught to live by. Because you become a renegade, you become a rebel. Because to create, you have to go against the tide of the system, of the matrix. Because you have to go within you. You have to first and foremost find out who you are. And you have to first and foremost dismantle all the things that are blocking the free expression of who you are as a person before you can actually create, express genuinely, whether it is art, whether you are painting, whether it is music, whether it's a product, hazel oils, a beautiful product, whatever it is, before you can truly create, you have to find you. You know, so we do not detach these things from the business aspect. They are integrated. If you take a look at everything, especially geometrically speaking, if you take a look at the world, everything is integrated in a spiral manner. I'm saying that it exists in a continuum. There are no disjointed facets of the phenomena that constitute our consciousness. Everything is in a continuum. Everything. So you, man, you are not detached from the plant you are disrespecting. When there are no more plants, there's no more oxygen for you. You are not detached from the sun you do not regard. When there's no more sun, as a black man, there is no more stimulation for your melanin, the blackness in your skin. And when there's no more stimulation for your melanin, you lose connection with the divine. And when you lose connection with the divine, basically you are not being fed direction, you are not being fed trajectory, so you are lost as a person. I'm saying that we are all connected and everything is connected, so we cannot have, okay, this is the business world and this is the spirit. No, it doesn't exist. Everything is connected. If the man is not in his right place of feeling and in his right mental state of frame of mind, this man has nothing to do with the business world, with creating. There is nothing is going to do that is actually going to pan out well. So we have to inculcate these things. Like, for instance, why are businesses in Africa not inculcating employee assistance programs in their businesses for their employees? This employee is obviously not feeling well. When I say not feeling well, I'm not talking about physiological feeling. He's not feeling well emotionally, but then he has to come to work every day to come and receive the same nonsense from the boss, who is also not feeling well because the manager above him is also feeding him some bullshit he doesn't want to hear. And there's a spiral of negativity within that job setting, but nobody is talking about it. You see it? Why are we not inculcating these things into our work setting? Why? Why are we not making the moves to liberate the people so that we can truly experience their unique beauties? We are multicolored people, but why is everybody coming out black and white? Why? Why are we not seeing anything wrong with this system we are running? Queen Mother Indali, my humble submission.
Reverend, can we get a standing ovation, please? Oh my goodness. The words, oh my goodness, see the fire emojis in the comments. Let me put it up for you. Fire emojis, love emojis. Oh my goodness. That was so deep. Like, we need to come and sit down and go into everything that you said. Oh wow, I believe the spirit took over.
Most definitely.
Okay. Kenny, are you there? Can you hear us? I want us to have an open discussion on, business. Being a creator, and being a creator is not easy, because imagine you need to turn on your camera and make a video and sound upbeat when you just got news that the last price of goods you bought last week, that the prices have increased, right? Do you understand? So how do you, as in your mental health as a business owner, how do you cope, with mental health? And I'm asking Kenny, because I know Kenny is in Lagos right now, and Lagos is a very hot place. We're having a very interesting governance going on right now. Reverend is right now in Abu Dhabi. As you can see, it's very sunny where he is. How do you cope? Kenny, can you hear us, please?
Yes,
Please,
yes.
can you unlock your camera, Biko?
You want me to unlock
it.
me? Okay.
Unlock. Aha, thank you. Okay, so speaking of this, how do you cope with, everybody has their own, coping mechanisms. How do you, as a business owner, cope with, the stress, the pressure, the of what is happening on economically around you? What are your coping mechanisms? Is it music? Is it taking a walk? Is it going to the beach? So I'm asking Kenny, then I'm going to go to Reverend. I really wish Venus was here. We are working on something to prevent it.
You mentioned you mentioned two things that I do. I like music a lot, right? So I listen to music, good music. I have to be honest. Even I don't really listen to so much. I'm a hip hop fan. I've always liked hip hop, but sometimes I just want to just relax and have a cool relax. I listen to more of Christian music. I don't know if anyone knows ICF Worship. The musics are very, very nice, and I listen to it all the time. In fact, funny enough, this meeting was supposed to started at 9 o'clock. I was in the house. I just felt like I needed to I needed to walk. Let me put it that way. I needed to just take walks. I just went outside my estate, just took like a 20 minutes walk, came back and got ready for this session. Another thing I do is, a good thing is that part of what I also do is kind of hybrid. So sometimes I work in the office, and sometimes I'm home. So basically, I have to get to the office like 3 times a week. So that also helps. But I also say again is that you you need, especially in Lagos. I like the fact that you said Lagos. You need to separate yourself from a lot of things, right? You need to separate yourself from a lot of things. You need to create your own world, so to speak. Saturdays, except I have something really important to do on Saturday. Saturday is my rest. Like I tell people,
Me too.
Saturday is my seventh day. The 7th is
Saturday
our
is my
rest.
7th day of.
It's
I
our
don't
rest.
do anything till 6 o'clock.
I-
I don't
if
even
you
check
call-
my.
If you call me and say, "Hey, we have a program starting 9 o'clock," I was just looking at you. I'm like, "Okay, 9 o'clock. I haven't even woken up. I probably go to bed late. I haven't woken up." So most times Saturdays, if I have something to attend, it's most likely from 4 o'clock in the evening, where I've woken up, I've relaxed, I've done one or two things I want to do, and I'm really relaxed and all that. And I think that's really it. And that's really it. But again, you mentioned something about buying goods and you find out the price has increased.
How
and
do
all
you deal
that.
with that?
It's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine and we are discussing this because she has a business. And sometimes it's really, this is not even marketing anymore. It's more of your financial model, right? And how you can also, based on this economic circumstance, Nigeria, for example, this particular year, I've never seen anything like this in my life where many goods have increased by 500%, 600%. It is crazy. Like most times people just want to factor in inflation and they just say 25%. Nobody talks about 500%. Like things just go up 500%. How do you phantom that? How do you do that? And the truth of the matter is that businesses, if you look at their financial curve, it goes down, then starts to come up again. You understand what I'm saying? Because they are bought goods. Let's say, for example, they finish selling those goods at a certain price. They go back to their distributors and the prices have increased. They now have to pay more and now have to start recouping their money back again, based on the profit and all that. But again, I would say if we had like a financial, someone who was in finance, real finance, not banking or real financial models, there are certain financial models that really help to curb these situations. And there are also other things where a business. So again, I will give you one advice. Always let your business also have allocate some of your money from your business into investments, because some of the money from investments helps to curb and supplement for some of those should I call it reductions that one might actually experience. A lot of businesses do that, especially in the financial industry, specifically in the insurance industry. They get their premium and they invest a certain percentage of their premium into certain investments. And sometimes you see that they pay huge claims, and the money from their investments help to balance their financial sheets. So those kind of things, you need to factor in inflation, obviously, but you also need to be investing some of your money into good, low risk vehicles also. And that's what I would say.
I like that. Make allowances to invest your money in something that can grow it instead of just, waiting, on those particular goods and all that. And good areas you can invest your money is in gold, real estate, right? Real estate. The transportation business is booming because people are always traveling. Selling of cars is people, no matter the economy, people will buy cars. No matter the economy, people will buy food and water.
But food is good. Food is good. Cars right now is prices. Of course, there's so many factors. There's so many factors. Nigeria right now, I think the dollar exchange rate has really affected car purchase. So last year a car, even if it's a fairly used car, of say 3 million naira last year is going for at least maybe 5-6 million naira right now.
But you know the
So
funny thing, even if
well,
I was comparing the price of cars in Nigeria and the price of cars in Ghana. Reverend, I don't know if I'm speaking for myself, but the price of cars in Ghana, hey,
that's how much are they?
it's so high.
Like how much
A lot
now?
of people
Have you compared it? Have you
I
converted it? Have you
compared it.
converted it to dollars? And let's now use that and now know how much.
Yes.
If it's really, if it's
Yes, I
more,
did
it's
the
more expensive
comparison. I
than
converted it
the
to
US.
dollars. I converted it to naira. I converted it to, it was already in CDs. The prices are so high. Something you will see in Nigeria for like maybe 5, 6, 7, 9 million, 16 million. You come and you see it like almost like times three or times four. So a lot of people are coming to Nigeria to buy these cars. And I'm
To
not
buy.
justifying, yes, to buy and then come to Ghana and sell. Reverend, please, am I communicating?
Yes, you are. They also
Mm,
go to the neighboring countries like Togo and Benin to buy
Mhm.
and bring
to
it
buy
down to Ghana.
cars. Yes, the government
But
kind of makes it.
how is the purchasing power over there, and in terms of the the demand? How much is it? I mean, for
It,
example, now in Lagos, now there are many people who in Lagos to take them. Many car dealers, it takes them months, 6 months. They haven't sold one car. If you take it to a
mm,
place now, like in Accra, how long do you think is someone's going to buy that car of,
I-
given the
if the
price?
price is the same price in Nigeria, it will be rushed. I've seen people that like they want to buy today, today, today. The only thing is, how do you bring it into Ghana without having any, issues and all that, you know, so there are people that like if you
So is it
because
the custom duty that's increasing it? Because they'll probably bring
yes,
it from the same
that's
place that the custom, right?
yeah, that's one issue because
Hmm.
is the African thing where it's regulated but not exactly regulated. So everybody is doing what they want, So with the purchasing power of the people too, I think the dealers within here have developed a system where they are able to give out the cars for the people on higher purchase. So the people pay in installments and then they are able to recruit their monies over time. So it moves. It's a business that moves. But then again, it's the duty and export and all of that is quite on the high. And that's what is making the price, a little bit on the high,
But
basically.
Reverend, if you think of even the Kantanka that is produced here in Ghana, the prices I heard when it first came out that it wasn't that high, but right now the Kantanka, Kenny, have you heard of the Kantanka?
No, no, I
Yeah.
was waiting for you to even continue. I want to
Oh
hear
my
more
goodness.
about it.
Google
Yeah.
Google Kantanka. It's a massive, in fact, a massive engine. I'm so happy. It's just like it's a massive machine. Look for the white Kantanka. You will love it, right? But when it first came out, because it was produced in Ghana, the price was low. But by the time they smacked so many things on it, it went so high. So to get a can have a Kantanka now, you must be a multi-billionaire or millionaire. They made it like, why do you think that happened and what exactly happened, Reverend?
Kantanka is a Ghanaian owned business, and the government at the time was not supporting it. And the government was not supporting it because they were under the influence of European powers who wanted the African government to keep importing European manufactured cars into the country at the time.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's the whole thing about kill local businesses so that they are still dependent upon us. You see the reverse psychology thing that is happening within Africa. Because come to think of it, why would children in Africa be dying of starvation and hunger when the Congo Basin, entire Congo, is capable of producing enough food to feed the entire world? Not only Africa, but the entire world. The African continent, as depicted on the map that we have now, is very regulated. It has been sized down. The whole of America, North and South America, can be fit into the African continent, and there will still be plenty space left to fit the other
Wow.
continent. So I'm saying that there's a certain warfare at stake, that is putting us in a certain corner and we have to get out of there. So yeah, Kantaka had to find a way to keep producing, keep at the go. And obviously, in order to do that, not getting support from anywhere, prices had to go up, so that he can get the money he actually needs to keep producing stuff. So that's one reason. And there are other factors that, we'll talk about at another time.
Oh, wow. I never knew that. So that means Kantanka partnered with European businesses and Ghana
No.
doesn't want it. Okay.
No, he didn't partner with European businesses. I mean, perhaps he has some alliances with some European manufacturers and all that, but I'm saying that the government of Ghana was not supporting that industry. Yes, because the Europeans had their hands in the government of Ghana to not support that industry, so that Ghana can keep importing European manufactured cars.
Oh, so wait. So the Europeans were collaborating with Ghana government to ensure that Kantanka doesn't suffice, so that they can keep importing cars out of what?
And that is what
they're self-sabotaging the progress of the masses.
But that is what is happening across board,
Crazy.
across most African countries. Recently, they were about to make a move on Dangote as well, except that guy is a lion. His refinery. Yes. They were about to make a move on him as well.
We watched the whole thing.
Anyways,
this is crazy. I think we spoke about this. We spoke about it yesterday. We spoke about, Africa ceasing to be a consuming nature. I think a consuming nation. I think, Reverend, you mentioned it. We need to stop consuming. Kenny also mentioned it as well. And I think that is the borderline for producing a whole 1 month of free trainings. Africans, we need to get off the mindset of just being consumers. Let's become producers. Let's become creators. If you're in Business Boost Bootcamp, I address us as creators. If you're in Project STEAM, I address us as innovators, because we need, the moment we start producing, the moment we start exporting, the moment we start documenting our processes, the moment we brand effectively and efficiently and have enough confidence, boost, moral support to push out what we are doing, that is the moment Africa will truly be free. Because unless you create your own, unless you have yours, you're not waiting, for someone to import foreign creams and butters when there's hazel oil. You're not waiting for somebody to come and, yes, you're not waiting, the consignment has not landed from Paris. No, you're creating, you're putting it into your hand, because we are very creative, Charlie. We are so creative. Do you understand? But we have been made to forget who we are, how creative we are, the magic. We are brainwashed to forget the magic in us. So we wait for the foreign products. We wait. People will come to our Africa, our continent, export raw materials, go and refine it, package it, and add more money and bring to us, and we will buy it top dollar, top pound. And you tell me that we are not brainwashed? I don't want you to
That is it. That is it.
Yes.
We have been made to see our own products as inferior,
second hand. Yes.
Right. But again, we have also damaged ourselves in a way by not really making our products really of a certain high standard, right? Because right now, it's funny, because right now, so one cannot even make a minimum viable product by just putting very few things, because the general public is very used to very high standard right now. So, but even a minimum viable product right now needs to meet a standard that people are assessing right now. Then you need to talk about something up, But also, I'm pretty. Well, while you were talking, I remembered one conversation I had with someone, a local trader, producer, I can't remember the product, but the product was more expensive than the product that was being shipped in from abroad to Nigeria. Now, why is that product more expensive? Simple. The economics of scale. Many people, they are producing certain products in their houses, and what are they using? What's the energy they're using? The light, the water there, and all that and all that. They don't have the capacity to create that much, whereby they would utilize their fixed cost and spread it, and create more products basically, and ultimately reducing the price of these products. But these people who are abroad, who are bringing in their products, are bringing in from a factory, right? So there's economics of scale with that, and that's one thing that really affects it. So
Please, can you break down economics of scale? Because we have people joining in that would like to understand. That
Okay,
not
so
very.
economy of scale basically means having the ability to produce a particular product in large quantity and at a lower cost. That is just basically it. Creating a large quantity, creating a product in large quantity with lower cost. That's basically it. Now, what do you need to do that? Is mostly factories, production plants, and there and there and there. That's basically it, right? And that's why sometimes you see I think, what was that? Okay, for example, I went to supermarket. I think this was either early this year or last year, and I saw plantain chips that were imported from China also, and it was cheaper than the plantain chips that was being produced here in Nigeria. Like, it was annoying, right? But of course, I understood what how that
Plantain
was.
chips.
Yeah, plantain chips,
Wow.
right? Because right now, you think about the process right now, because we a lot of in Nigeria, we use Nigeria for example. When it comes to local and all that, most of the ingredients and steps needed and products needed in order to produce the finished products are pretty much done by one person, right? It's pretty much done by one person. The person is incurring so much cost along the way, and it's just one person. But if you're buying goods, I mean, there are so many people. If there are people who are specialized in producing different parts in large scales, you're able to buy cheap, right? And that's it. I wanted to go into the likes of different industry.
Please go ahead.
Okay, darling. Okay, so there's this. I think it's the production. These companies that produce these bottles, for example. That I can't remember the name. I think we call it. So it starts with a P. So, but they're like what I call it, a pestle or something bottle. But either way, so these plastics are now distributed to the likes of like Acera, for example, or Coca-Cola, Nigerian, Coca-Cola, for example, to to basically shape into their own particular brand shapes and all that. Now, that's it. They do it in big time, large scale, right? So, like I said, for example, Coca-Cola, for example, they are not producing that particular plastic. They're not doing it, right? They're already outsourcing it from someone else who is producing in huge quantity. So that person is utilizing economies of scale in producing huge quantity, and therefore selling at an affordable price to these other people who would now use it for whatever they have to do, right? So that's basically it. So in a way, it's more like a division of labor, and again, it's what they call. I mean, if you look at it from a country to country, that's comparative advantage. Comparative advantage in the sense that, okay, Nigeria can produce palm oil more than Ghana, for example, and Ghana can produce, let's say, cocoa more than better in terms of cost than Nigeria. Nigeria says, okay, let's apply comparative advantage. I will push in my resources to produce palm oil, right? All that my resources, I use to produce palm oil because I can do it cheaper and all that, and I'll now sell to you at a lower cost. You do cocoa for me, put in your resources and all that. So that's comparative advantage right there. And I think that's that needs to be encouraged. But but again, in order for that to even take place, both people really need to get into real large scale production on their own side. So that's why many people have been saying the Nigerian the value of the naira always dropping against the dollar, and the solution is simply to create factories, production plants and production companies. We need to start producing so that we can start exporting, so that there'll be more demand for the naira instead of more demand for the dollar. So the truth of the matter is that we need to start producing. We really need to start producing, and that's just it. It won't just help our currency, it also help with unemployment, it will also help with security, because most of these people who are doing all these things and all that. It will even help with our elections, because most of these people are just collecting small money because they're looking for, people are even causing riots on maybe not even mention that one, but it will help in a whole.
Riots where?
No. So I was talking about I wanted to mention something about the last elections, but let's not delve into that aspect. So, but the most important thing regarding this discussion, staying on topic, is we need to start producing. We need to start producing, and we need to start selling. Let's even forget about the US, Europe, Asia, and all that. Within ourselves, within Africa, right? We need to start. We need
to start producing. We need to wake up.
Yeah.
We need to wake up.
Yeah.
We need to wake up. I agree. There's this is an awakening. This is an awakening. We need to wake up. Reverend, do you have anything to say?
Oh, what I'm thinking is what is channeling through my brother and yourself. So yeah, basically, our generation, it is our time to incite our brothers and sisters to, as you keep saying, awaken. Because what is actually keeping us asleep is the depression. And that depression is passed on from generation to generation. Epigenetic studies and genetic studies have shown that if your father suffered depression, even if you are born into circumstances where you have everything and you have no reason to be depressed, there is a likelihood for you to go through life depressed simply because that gene has been passed on to you. And take a look at a society, an African community, where people don't have access or the know-how to engender their best living because they've been taught to be dependent upon the system. And the African system, democracy as we know it, is not for Africa. Democracy is never for a developing country. If a country is, that's the evil. That is at stake. So if we need to change anything on the political scene, that's one thing me, you, and my brother have to do right now. Scrape up democracy as we know it. We are not calling for autocracy. We are not calling for tyranny. What we are calling for is a system where developmental projects are in a continuum. We don't need a 4-year political party to come and do something that the other political party does not continue.
Continuity.
Preach.
So yeah, and if you take a look at America, as developed as they are, is still not running on democracy. Democracy is a front. America is run by families. These families have drawn plans running into the centuries, over 100-year plan, and any government power that comes into power must follow that plan. Regardless of whether you're a Republican or a conservative, you must follow that plan. You see, the people, yes, that's what is happening. America is run by families. The Rockefellers and the Ross, they are running America. And they are giving the illusion of democracy to Africa so that we can continue to subsist in that state of back and forth. And you see, so that they can just keep taking from us.
Mm.
Yes, because we are the wealthiest continent. If you want to keep taking from them, put their systems in disorganization, disorganize their movement, then you can keep taking from them, because you see they don't want to give up their privileges. Because
Mm.
if we decide not to give them all that they are using to build their so-called wealth, if you look at the American currency, it's a fiat currency. It's a fiat currency because it doesn't have any backing power. All the gold that may probably back it is in Africa. But yes, still Africa is considered one of the poorest. It doesn't make any sense. You see, I'm saying that things are in a disarray, and then we are the ones who must put them back together. But it begins with us. I hear my colleagues saying, oh, this government is not doing well, they must step down, they must step down. But then the question is, even if today all the so-called people, we say they are old people who are in governance and they are not competent, if they join hands today, they themselves, nobody incites them, nobody demonstrates against them, and they say that, okay, we are stepping down. You, the youth who are saying they should come now, are you ready to step up?
Mm.
Preach, man. Preach.
Yeah, man. Have you prepared yourself?
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
What are you? Yeah. What are
you
you
ready?
reading? Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you ready to step up? What is the level of your leadership abilities? What is the caliber and quality of your discipline?
What have you
How
been
do you treat
studying?
your fellow? Exactly. So we must begin from somewhere, and I give thanks for opportunity like this for us to have these conversations. So thank you, Indali, and thank you, my brother.
You're welcome. You're
Totally
welcome.
agree. Totally agree
Yes.
with you. Totally agree with
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Because
We're not. Yeah. Please go ahead.
because what's his name? Like JP Morgan, the CEO of JP Morgan, was in Abuja, Nigeria, during the National Economic Summit, right? And there was something he said that they want to come into Nigeria, they want to do this, they want to do this in Nigeria, and all that kind of stuff. I believe they're already doing it, but indirectly, but just not with their full chest, so to speak. But there's something he said, which every investor really thinks about when investing, which is consistency, right? In terms of policies, right? Because if you look at Nigeria is now a new government, a new policy. Everybody wants to do their own thing. There's no continuity.
Continuity.
There's no continuity, and I do 100% agree with Reverend, because we have seen it that the US has a master plan, as you said, right? And someone analyzed it by saying when George Bush went into Iraq and all those things, like if you go back, there are many documentaries on YouTube, in fact, are saying that the money that this party got from the Senate, or got approved from the Senate, this I think was Republican when Bush was there, the Democrats utilized it for something else, right? If you look at the way the US even works, they get into a country, they do their sweeping, they take over the government, blah, 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 blah. Before you know it now, they're bringing in, putting in infrastructure, putting in this, putting in that. What are they doing? They're using their multinationals, and they send their multinationals into those countries, right? So it's like the military, the US government, they go in there, they do the sweeping, and they send in their private arm, right? It's the private arm of the government. That's basically to go there and do and put in those infrastructures and all that. So honestly speaking, for us in Nigeria, speaking on the our nature of politics, the truth of the matter is that for the 4 years or 8 years, in fact, it's almost like 8 years right now, because anybody that becomes president automatically almost wins the next one.
For 8 years, 2 tenors.
Yeah, except for this issue with good luck.
Good luck, yes.
Yeah, but again, if we are following, if there was a blueprint, that not just having a blueprint, actually following it, right? That is a whole different ballgame, because if someone say, okay, look, this is the plan for Nigeria, right? Someone will say that there's several ways to the market, right? But this is where we are going. This is where we are going, right? Let's focus on it. Many people have said that the government that comes to Nigeria, if one government just comes to Nigeria and just says 4 years, I just want to focus on power. Just 4 years, you've done well. You've done well alone. You know, so if another person comes and says, I want to just do this, I want to do this. But the fact of the matter is that you have ministers, you have ministers, you have governors, you have so many people that can achieve these things together. But it just feels like it's almost like my training right now where I talked about objective, right? It's like, okay, what really is the objective really, right? And are we really following it? You know, so not to jump into political talk, but there needs to be a goal. I mean, we need to all be aligned, consistent in the efforts to actually get these things done. That's just it.
Wow. I like what you said, being that if one person decides to say, okay, I'm focusing on power, I'm focusing on the light issues, another person comes and say, okay, I'm focusing on infrastructure, another person comes and say, I'm focusing on, creating job opportunities, trainings, and all that.
And it's achieved, though. And it's achieved.
And it's not just coming and saying
power. Yeah, not like I'm focused on power. Then after the person's 4 years, maybe let's say the person leaves the government, and another person comes and says, no, focus on education. It needs to be achieved. If it's not achieved, then the next person coming in needs to continue it. Right?
Yes, I think we should make it one person should rule for 4 years, and that is the end. There's no second tenure, because by the time you extend it, it's more likely. This is an unpopular opinion. It's more likely that the same shenanigans that happened in the same first 4 years will happen in the next. So you put people through almost a decade of nonsense. To say quite,
they can argue that and say 4 years is not enough. Again,
they should make it even short. 2 years.
What Reverend
2 years.
Said, what Reverend said now is even more of, that's democracy that he's even talking about in terms of scrapping off. Like we should let's put it this way. It feels like we should do exactly what Russia is doing right now, what Putin is doing. Just come in there, say no, he will be the one winning every time. I think the last system right now is that I don't think there's even any election or whatever. I'm not really following the Russian politics, but he's in it, and he has these people, and it's like, look, we need to do this thing. It's obvious he has looked at his people and like, it's just, I've looked at my people. Even if I do good now, or if he does good now, the next set of people that will come, would they continue it? So he might as well stay in there and make sure that whatever he's doing goes deep into
continuity.
The country. That is, even if you want to do bad, even if you want to break it, it's not you can't break the system within your own tenure. Right? It's going to take, you can't break the system. He's doing something, So it feels like, are you sure that system? Because many people have said that when Nigeria here that we weren't really mature enough for democracy. Democracy is for a more mature organization, more mature country. I'm not really, it's just because of the military, and we want to, give people, change the way the system was in the country, and which Obasanjo.
So you feel we shouldn't have gotten independence in 1960.
That's independence is that's independence and democracy are two different things now. Those are two.
That was the beginning of democracy. That was the beginning of us being a democratic nation, actually, when we were freed from Lord Lugard and the likes and the British.
We are in a hurry. We are in a hurry to be independent. It just feels like, because I think if you go back in history, I think we found oil in 1957, and all of a sudden we got independence in 1960. That feels like you give a 12-year-old 10 million naira and think he can take care of himself. That's
Ghana got the independence right after us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they are doing okay. They're doing well. Although things are not the way, but in power.
Yeah, I can say we weren't ready, Well, anyway, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Is it because your camera is loud? That's why you not lock your camera. I just saw your I just saw your message.
Are you talking to me?
Okay. Yes. I just
Oh,
saw
yeah.
my WhatsApp. The it shut down because of the number of content I have on the phone. I'm just seeing
Yeah.
your message.
Yeah.
I think this spotlight, I think you'll be good on the spotlight, so you'll not be locking your camera.
Just tell me you like my picture. I'll give it to you.
Oh my goodness. Reverend. I'm waiting for Venus says she's going to, because she's trying to come in and she can't. I'm trying to see if she can come in and present, her topic. But if she can't do that here, then maybe she'll do it on WhatsApp. And then, are there any questions? Is anybody going through a tough time, with their business? Is there anybody that is having emotional stress and trauma? You want to share? Do you want to have? You have wonderful coaches in the house. You have Reverend, you have Kenny, then I'm sure also Nurse Venus is listening as well. If you have any challenges you're facing with regards to, you can also post it in the comments and we will address it. Then also, if you are ready to do your presentation, you've done your assignments. Like I told you, we have lots of prizes and stuff. If you've done your assignments and you want to present it, please put it in the comments so that I can bring you up to present. Yes, yes, yes. So I wanted to hinge on, cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. Part of
Cash flow
the
is key.
Yes, yes, cash flow. Part of the, in fact, if there are 100 people in business, only 3 people are there because they are passionate. The remaining 97 are there because of cash, because they want to have steady money coming through their business, but they may not need it, like, okay, if we don't make sales today, we won't eat. But people need to know that their business can generate funds. So, from the spiritual aspect, because we have a reverend in the house, let's talk about how to, command the day, how to command blessings into your business, how to command the morning. I know Kenny is also a very spiritual person. He's an NSPPD, and like myself, I'm a Reverend David Oboili, Dominion City. I'm a DC girl, and while I'm in Ghana, I am an Ephesus gathering girl, because the messages in Ephesus gathering and DC, Ephesus gatherings are very, very key. So, how do you, as an entrepreneur, channel your energy to the creator, to God, Chukwu Okike, to bless your day, bless your business, and open up the doorway for, progress as a creator? I'll ask Reverend and I'll ask Kenny.
With your business, establish a charity wing and do things for people who cannot pay you back, because you sow into a karmic basket that comes back to you multiplied. The Newtonian dynamics, the Newtonian laws says that if you cast the ball against the wall, it comes back to you. But what is actually not going out there is when you cast the ball against the wall, the velocity with which it comes back to you is not the same. It is amplified. So you have to give, because anything you emit, doing is on many levels. What you are feeling is a type of doing. What you are thinking is another type of doing. Now, what you do physically, overtly, with your actions is another type of doing. Now, I'm saying that all these things you are doing, you are emitting some form of energy. And the energies you have emitted, they go to a place where they are compounded, regardless of the quality of it. And when they compound, they have to come back to their source to balance out. And you are the source from which they emanated. So when they are compounded, they come back to you. You see, so if it is evil, it comes back to you compounded. If it is good, it comes back to you compounded. You see, so if you want to boost your revenue inflow, if you want to see success on the face of your fiscal value as a business person with your business, establish a charity wing, go to the orphanages, donate. You don't have to donate $1 million. What is coming out of your heart? It is the intention that matters. That is the whole concept of the widow's mite. The master said that look at all these people, they are giving their billions, but I tell you, none of them give as much as this widow who gave just a coin. It is the intention. You see, so establish a charity wing and do things for people who cannot possibly pay you back, if you're asking me.
I like that a lot. Doing something for somebody or people that can't pay you back. Just like, for instance, this coaching, for instance, like a lot of coaches are here and they are coaching for free. Some coaches even sponsored. Some coaches sponsored people, to take classes. Some coaches sponsored people by giving cash and and all that. You teaching alone, being able to teach, it is also a way of giving. So Kenny, apart from giving, or if you want to buttress on giving, apart from giving, for instance, what do you think that creators can do to command blessings into their business? Then we're now talking about the spiritual aspect, because a lot of people have their ducks in a row. Their social media is fine, their bio is okay, they have done their flyer, they have their marketing funnel, but nothing they enter. Money they come. Make us speak pidgin. Do you understand? People will call them, reach out, and they'll disappoint them. Do you understand? How do you as a person pass it? Because you can easily become depressed when everything you're trying to do. Okay, they say, okay, go and create sales funnel, you've done. Create a marketing plan, you've done it. Organize your social media, you've done it. Create flyer, create logo, you've done everything, but still you're experiencing closed heavens. Let's talk spiritual right now, because I believe the spiritual controls the physical. So Kenny, what do you tell somebody that is hearing the sound of our voices right now and passing through a closed heaven as a business owner?
I think Reverend said something about widow's mite, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes,
Yes.
he did. He did.
Okay. That story alone, if you emphasize on that story alone, it will basically give you all the answers you need. Right? That's the truth. Because as you're talking, I had so many. That's a example I will give, but still, we went back to that widow's mite, But anyway, he has mentioned it.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. There are a couple of things that came to my mind. First of all, right. First of all, I think it's also very important to have a heart of gratitude. And when you say no matter the situation, give thanks for the fact that your hands are still, you still have your hands, you can still walk, you can still move, and all that. Be grateful for that, right? I do that a lot. I apart from just waking up and praying and thanking God for waking me up and going out, coming back, because again in Lagos, you can go out and you're coming back, something just happens and your day is just not it. So I know I've experienced that some time ago, and I can't remember when exactly, but I can tell you that every single time I come back, if I forget, my heart will not forget. I don't know how to explain that. If I forget, my heart will not forget to thank God for just coming back safely, no problem, and all that. So it's very good to have a heart of gratitude and be very, very appreciative of the very little that you have. I want to emphasize on tithes because I still believe in that. I know many. If you even ask me right now, not to create an argument that why tithe is not even good. I can tell you, I can give an argument for that. But right now, for me, tithe is just not just, but tithe now is my way of giving back and to obtain more blessing. right? You know, in the Igbo land now, for example, when a son, that Igbo land in southeast Nigeria and all that, a son, a child starts working, his first fruits, he gives it to the parent. Parent blesses that person and all that and all that. It all comes from somewhere, right? And honestly speaking, it's all about giving, because when you give us never lack. You know, so everything.
Give us never lack.
Give us never lack. So it connects. You know, and again, on that, it's funny. I remember there's a video on social media. Somebody was praying for a mango tree, for a tree to grow, and all of a sudden, what happens? It grew. It became big. It had fruits, but all of a sudden, a certain wind came in and just blew the tree. And the guy was disappointed. But guess what? It blew the tree. All the mangoes fell into different soils, and before you knew, this guy had like a forest full of mangoes. He had just one tree before. So the idea is this, right? I like to use the idea of a plant, because it really works out my explanation very well. A tree has grown right now, and there's a mango. There are mangoes everywhere. If you eat all those mangoes, right? Let's say, for example, that's finished. But if you take one of those mangoes, just one, and you plant it, so that's like giving back. Let's take that one mango as your tithe. If you plant it, it's going to grow another mango tree. So you now have 2 mango trees, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and it keeps on growing, right? So the principle really is, give us never lack, right? So irrespective of, so someone might say, I don't even have mango tree to give, I don't have this to give. It must not even be monetary, right? It might be even your time. You're just helping someone to do something and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think you really need to have a heart of gratitude. You need to be appreciative of what you have at the moment. Look at what you have right now, right? You've seen so many videos where someone would be like, maybe he lost his voice, and it's like, oh man, if I could just get my voice back so I can praise God. So you have your voice, you're not doing it. Instead, you're doing something else with your voice.
You're complaining.
Is when one falls ill. That's when one appreciates. I tell, like, sometimes I was praying with a friend of mine, not like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and very little things. I mean, someone who listened to me as like, what's this one saying? For the gift of just standing up without pain. For you just standing up right now without pain. For the fact that you're able to turn your neck without pain. For the fact that you're able to lift your hand up without pain. For the fact that you're able to open your eyes right now and your eyes are not hurting you without pain. It's something, right? You need to appreciate it, because there are certain people who are not even that have that issue one way or the other, right? So we need to be very, very appreciative of what we have, and it doesn't matter how small we have. We can always give little. If you have little, you can always give small. But just apply some wisdom not to give what will hurt you. Given the situation you are in. So that's what I have to say.
I really like what you said, and I like what Reverend said as well. And if you put that together, that's the solution. Sometimes we are just so caught up in what we don't have that we forget that a few years back, we are currently living in what we wished we had. Reverend talked about the widow's mite that gave the last thing that she had. How every Saturday and Sunday, you've both been in our different communities, business book camp and now projects team. Every Saturday and Sunday, we observe what is called SAC, where I send everybody to go to their immediate neighborhood and show people love. You could buy somebody a plate of hot food. You could buy somebody, like I did that yesterday. Apart from the giveaway we did, like I literally saw someone, and then the person was looking like maybe they didn't have money for food. And I knew this person is Nigerian. I took them to a Nigerian restaurant and I bought hot swallow, 2 plates with cow meat. And I told the person eat, and I paid the bill without even, do you understand? So it could be in the little thing. The person blessed me, and at the point I was like, eat, there's pepper in the food. It's okay. Do you understand? So it could be the little things. Yesterday, when we have the kind of sponsorship we are looking forward to, we can do bigger things. We're able to give, at least, a number of people 20,000 naira each. We're able to sponsor businesses, that needed consultation and coaching. Even the other day, we were able to give, people that needed it. Some we gave 50, some we gave 20. Everything is documented, everything's on social media. And then, in Anambra State, in Onitsha, we're able to give 400 street children food this month. The person that gives the most gets the most. And I'll tell you, it's going to be bad if we come here and teach and give, and we don't teach you how to gain. We don't teach you how to gather. The easiest way to tap into a person, you see me, I'm speaking, you see Kenny, you see, the easiest way to tap into a grace is to sow a seed into it. And there's something that Chomsy Collectibles did yesterday. While we were giving, Kechama said, no, I want to do a consultation. I want to pay part payment, because a coach sponsored for people to do, we have about 10 slots. If there's anybody here that wants to book a consultation, Coach Orolowa has paid 15,000 for 10 people. Pay 10,000 and get your spot, and I'll set you up in a consultation program. She was like, you're giving so much. I don't want to take from you. I want to invest. That was so, I nearly cried last night. Like I was just holding my phone for like 20 minutes. I was like, oh, and today she has paid her 10K. Do you understand? And secured her consultation for next week. Coach Oroluwa, like, even for Ben, he's in Ghana, he's Ghanaian. She covered 50% of his training, right? And all that. And so these are things. People are not giving because they have. These coaches that are here to coach, they're not coaching because they just love. They are coaching because they want to add value. They want 5 years down the line, you meet them somewhere and say, because of you, I didn't give up. Because of you, because of Project's team, because of what you said, because of what Kenny said, because of what Reverend said, because of what I listened to on this program, I was able to do. That is what I want to hear. That if you wanted to quantify this training, hey, Charlie, you will pay very well. So, so another thing is that we have another thing is that we have a training coming up. We have an outreach coming up. And I know you may not have so much, but you can see the account details on the screen. If you want to give, there's also a Momo number. If you want to be a part of what we are doing, then you can also be a part of it by giving. You can ask Miracle for the account numbers. You can sow in Ghana, even if 1,000, 1 CD, whatever it is, but it's important. So when we are going, we'll say, okay, people in Project's team, this is what we're able to put together, right? We've trained you for a whole month. So if you want to sow a seed to what we are doing, we have an outreach. Please do so. I'm going to put the Momo number. I don't like to post, my account details and all. Okay, so I'm speaking. So let me make myself a solo, because Kenny has been trying to run away from the camera. Oh my goodness. Kenny has been trying to run away from the camera, but I've been putting him. So, okay. So let me go ahead and post the Momo. I don't think Miracle has my account details, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about what Kenny said with regards to fruits. There's a see the account details for Nigeria is there. Then I'll post my Momo number here in the chat. Just hold on. MTN Momo Ndali Montebe. So this business is fully registered and we have account details, but because I'm outside the country, I can't really do much. So 65386 29975. All right. So I'm going to post it. So if you love to give to our outreach, we're going to be going back to the school that went last year, to the school that provides free education for students. We're going to go there and we're going to support. I want to say, okay, this is from Project's team, and I want you to be a part of it. We're going to do a special prayer for you. You talked about seed, Kenny. You talked about seed. Can you hear me? A seed is, I wish I had a seed around me, or it's in the kitchen. I wish I had a seed. A seed is the multiplying factor of a fruit. Stay with me. Don't leave me. A seed is the multiplying factor of a fruit. The fruit is the sweetness, is the benefit, is the, every money that comes your way has the seed in it. It has the fruit in it. The seed is for investing. The seed is the one that can bear you more fruit. The seed is the one that you put in the ground. The fruit is the one you eat, the one you say, okay, I'll pay myself salary, I'll do this, I'll do that. The seed is very, very important that you do that as a seed, right? Or Kenny just stepped out of the line. I think he's been trying to tell me that for a while. Yes, he has. Kenny, thank you so much. If you'd like to join back again, please let me know. Okay, so now it's me and Reverend in the house. A seed, right? If you check seeds are not sweet. Seeds are not, they're not something you can chew. It's not really, unless maybe it's like, but seeds are hard. If you eat your fruit and eat your seed, life will be hard. Am I communicating? Reverend, do you get me? So you're being blessed with a business. You have the part that you need to reinvest. Reinvest means that you've bought raw materials, you've sold you've produced and you've sold and you made your profits. That profit is not all of the profit that you will eat and put into yourself. Some of that profit goes back to buy more raw materials. Some of that profit goes in to pay yourself a salary. Some of that profit goes to help people that can't help themselves. It can also go into church, ministry, and tithes, right? So if it comes to, there's some certain principles that if you put into place, you will never be broke a day in your life. When I see people I see the ministry, even if it's a bit, I sow into your life. I'm a dangerous giver. I will tap into that grace and I will sow into your life. And you'll be wondering, this girl is just giving. Hey, Charlie, I saw what I liked. It could be a meal. It could be whatever it is. It could be a shoe, whatever. It could be hazel, whatever it is. I'm like, God, I like what I see. And I'm keying into this. So if you want to key into what we are doing, the Momo numbers are on the screen. The account details for Nigeria, Access Bank, are on the screen. Surprise us, okay? Surprise us. We're also going to announce that you gave to us, unless you don't want us to announce it. For our sponsors, for our partners, we're going to put out word and say, hey, this person, is the real one, So Widow's Mite, you may not have much, but give. You could give it as a service. You can say, okay, what day are you going? I want to come and volunteer. Reach out to Miracle and volunteer. You need to have a heart of gratitude. You need to have a heart of thanksgiving. Just think about it. We are entering into a new month in a few hours, right? What are you thankful for? What happened in October that you're thankful for? Instead of sitting down and counting things that did not happen, what happened? You were part of Project's team. You were part of the giveaway. You learned knowledge. You got access to a new network of over 350 persons in the community. There are so many things to be thankful for. Tithes, pay your tithes. Givers never lack, right? And remember that there is a time for seed and there is a time for harvest. When is the time for you to sow seeds? When is the time for you to clear your field? When is the time for you to plant and you're sleeping? There's a problem. When is the time for you to invest a seed of knowledge and learn. When your mates are learning courses, when your mates are learning what to do this December to cash out and make sales, you're sleeping, you're complaining, there's a problem. So there's a time for everything. There's a season for everything. If it's time for you to learn, you learn. If it's time for you to invest, you invest. If it's time for you to sow seed, you sow seed. If it's time for you to harvest, my sister, harvest. My brother, harvest. When the time for the harvest comes, when you have planted the seed and the rain has fallen and the blessings has fallen and it's time for you to harvest, that is not the time for you to be sleeping. That is not the time for you to be lying on your bed. That is not the time for you to be complaining. That is the time for you to pick up your basin, pick up your bands, pick up your bags and go and grab your harvest. When it's time for you to harvest, when the seeds are ripe, do not be sleeping. Do not be sleeping. You have sown the seed. I'm speaking to somebody. You have sown the seed. The rains have fallen. The time has come for you to be announced. The time has come for you to be made manifest. The times have come that the sons and daughters have been waiting earnestly for your manifestation. When that time comes, I pray that you're not sleeping. When the time for your announcement comes, I pray that you're not sleeping. When the time for your announcement comes, I pray that you are awake, and I pray that you take advantage of that opportunity. Can somebody say praise God? Reverend, I think I'm going to allow you to speak before I go into another dimension.
Oh, I will. You were actually speaking to a lot of people, and I think I'm one of those, because with everything we do, we are sowing seeds. And when you find yourself in a setting where you know that you have been blessed with this particular geographical location, then you know that, like you said, it's not time for you to sleep, but really time for you to harvest. Because in that harvesting, you are bringing the fruit to a table where your loved ones are seated. In essence, I'm saying that even in the harvest, it's not just about you. There are people who are counting upon you, and therefore, in the harvest, you cannot fail them, neither can you fail yourself. So, in all that, we have to engender a fire within ourselves to keep going, and also to open ourselves up by the virtue of humility to keep receiving the light of God's wisdom, so that we can stay on the path that is true to our origins and true to our path here on this plane of existence, because it can get quite dark, and a lot of people have lost their way that way. So once again, Coach Indali, thank you so much for making me a part of this history, and I look forward to doing greater things along by your side moving into the future. And you are also headed to a place that is truly beautiful, magnificent, and most importantly, very cognizant with the strength and character of your identity as a person. So it's just a matter of time. Saying this, I want to humbly beg my leave so that I can attend to other equally important things. What do you say?
Okay. Thank you so much, Reverend. And remember, I'm confirming you as a vendor for Rose Art exhibition on Saturday,
Sure.
right?
Exactly.
Yes, past 6 p.m. So Reverend books, ebooks are going to be there. He wrote an amazing I think I have it here. Hold on. I have it in my library. I'll pull it out. Okay. If I start looking for it now, but I know it's here.
I know you have it, no problem.
Yes. So Reverend has a collection of poems that he's going to be selling ebooks on the day on Saturday after 6 p.m. Rose Art exhibition near A&C Mall. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a time of refreshing. There's free entrance, free cocktails, free music, free vending. You just need to just come out, have a good time. There's going to be Hazy Oils is going to be there vending. We have, Venus is also going to be there. I really wish that she was able to, present. We're going to have so many art exhibitions. All these books I've been talking about. My business planner. My goodness. Oh, it's not letting me show. Okay, my business planner will be there. Hazel Beauty Journals will be there. You can get your own copy right there. You can get my other books as well. And also, I want to also speak with you one-on-one. And if you're a vendor, please show up and all. Thank you so much, Reverend. I know you want to, jump out of the call. It's really, really an honor to present, with you. Thank you. And before you leave, can you drop us a poem? Can you drop us a poem for Project STEAM, humanitarian work, coaching, me, Hazel Oils? Can you just drop us from your spirit? Just drop us an honorary poem. Thank you.
Okay. Not all men are called to be hermits, but all men need enough silence and solitude in their lives for the deep inner voice of their own true selves to be heard, at least occasionally. When that inner voice is not heard, when man cannot attain to that spiritual peace that comes from being perfectly at one with his own true self, his life is always miserable and exhausting. For he cannot go unhappy for long unless he is in contact with the springs of spiritual life which are hidden within the depths of his own soul. If man is constantly exiled from his own home, locked out of his own spiritual solitude, he ceases to be a true person, and he no longer lives as a man. I cannot disagree with the words of Thomas Merton. When I was only a boy, my grandmother would always take me to the village where she was born, and on each journey she would say to me, "Ni, and what that literally means is, Ni, even if you manage to walk to the brinks of the earth, always remember to come back home. Home. This was a place teeming with the finest beauties of our natural world. Talk about thick evergreens, chiming with the sing-song melodies of 1,000 bird species, crystal clear rivers, a sky reflecting the glories of our imaginary heavens, and a people so beautiful their smile will chase away your darkest memories. Memories of a childhood enshrined in freedom, a freedom born from my identification with the self. This was so many years ago, but this is the memory I choose to take with me and share with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend. Please, what language did you speak? Was that Ga?
Yes, Ga, my native tongue.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. Ga in Ghana, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
Akpe.
We'll talk soon.
How do you say thank you in Ga?
Oyiwaladon.
Oyiwaladon. Hey. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. Let's give a very big thank you to Reverend and Kenny tonight. Let's put some thank yous in the comments. They're right here. They can see your comments. Let's give a very big thank you to Reverend Me for his time. He gave us a poem. Like, you need to go back and listen to this. This is the video you will go back and listen to because you don't want to miss anything. There's so much rema. There's so much insight, so much deep knowledge shared in this particular video. And I want to speak over the people that are listening to the sound of my voice, people that are going through trials, people that are having it tough. There's people that have eaten their seed for planting and then their seed for, nourishment. I'm speaking to you, and I pray that time gives you another chance and another opportunity to flourish. I pray for more opportunities. I pray for mercy over you. Those that have mishandled the authority given to them, those that have mishandled the blessings given to them, those that have mishandled the people sent to them, those that have mishandled businesses and funds, I pray a grace over you. I pray mercy over you. I pray for second chances. I pray for new beginnings. I pray for open doors. And I speak. I speak every closed door over your creativity, every closed door over your business, every closed door over your life. I speak and I cause it to open right now. I release the angels of finance. I release the angels of productivity. I release the angels in charge of the marketplace. Makinde porobo shata. And I command every closed door, Ephata, by the authority and the mantle of Deborah in the marketplace. Makonde bakura kata 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 kata. I speak open doors. I speak blessings. I speak breakthroughs. Makore bashataya. Every limiting belief, every limitation over your life, whether it's from your family, whether it's from your mindset, whether it's from your capacity, whether it's from lack of funds, lack of customers, right now, I send forth angels to break all doors, Today, as you're listening to the sound of my voice, I see fire flowing. Makorobo shotoya, begin to burn everything, every limiting mindset, everything. Begin to clear now. I speak peace over you. May God bless you. May God cause his light to shine upon you and your business. May the work of your hands flourish. You're blessed in the morning, you're blessed in the evening. Whatever you lay your hands, look at your hands. Look at your hands. Tell yourself, my hands will bring me profit. My hands will give me blessings. My hands will establish me. God will bless the work of my hands. Hey, as you wake up in the morning, speak blessings over yourself. Speak blessings over your business. 12 midnight is not the time for you to sleep. 3 a.m. is not the time for you to sleep. It's the time for you to wake up and command the morning. It's the time for you to wake up and speak blessings over your business and speak blessings over your territory. While men were sleeping, the enemy was sowing tares. The enemy is not sleeping. Under your business line, you're sleeping. The other person is awake. That woman is awake, dancing in the midnight and stealing your customers, and you're sleeping, and you're a business person. When you can connect to the stores and get the direction that you need for the next season, the next matching order. Makonde barebosha. Every slumber, every complacency, every lukewarmness, every spirit that makes you have inertia, that makes you complacent, that gives you depression, that makes you not even want to do anything, every second guessing spirit, I command you by the authority given to me in the marketplace, and I command it to die. Today, we are rising, we are bringing forth giants in the marketplace. Today, everybody that hears the sound of my voice, receive an awakening for your business, for your ministry, for your career. Receive an awakening now. Everybody that their mind is dull, you forget your dreams. You're giving dreams and instructions on what to do. You're a tailor. You used to get dreams of patterns. You used to get dreams of designs. But all of a sudden, you wake up and you forget your dream, as if they use your brain to eat banku. I command it to stop. You're giving dreams as a command. You're giving dreams as direction. Begin to remember your creative dreams. Begin to awaken their eyes. Begin to awaken their hearts. Begin to awaken their spirits right now. Everybody that needs a connection, everybody that needs the connection that is going to advance them in business, everybody that needs to be able to have the confidence to speak, the confidence to advise, the confidence to collaborate, the confidence to innovate, everybody that is looking for it right now, receive that confidence boost now. Anybody that needs to be connected to people that will connect them to people that will get them to where they need to get. I begin to speak spiritual connections now. I begin to speak networking connections now. Holy Spirit, send your angels of networks, your angels of connectivity, your angels of collaboration to begin to move now. You're going to hold millions. You're going to hold billions. You're going to amass wealth that you're going to use to better the continent of Africa. Say amen. I'm tired. I'm tired of people that complain. What do you have in your hand? What business idea do you have in your head? What have you learned from Project Team 2024 that you can put into your business, that you can put into your career? What is it that you can learn that can manifest and bear you fruit? Why are you not using it? You have over 17 to 18 coaches that have coached you, if not 20, on Project Team. Why are you not reaching out? Why are you not seeking for mentorship? Why are you not seeking for their email addresses? Why are you not booking consultations? Why? A lot of times, some of you will need to be able to connect to people that have gone ahead of you, that can guide you so that your path it's not as rocky as it should be. A lot of times we have already walked the path. A lot of us I have a mentor, right? I have a mentor. It's very, very dangerous for you to have a mentor that doesn't have a mentor. I have mentors. I have people I listen to. I also have experienced so many things in my course of business. I've done Hazel Oils for 6 years. I've done Dame Media 7 to 8 years. Louis Law. I've handled businesses. I've worked in LG as the managing director, as the public relations manager. You're right, not the the public relations manager. I've been able to bring in sales, really in customers. We close deals of over 500 million. That grace is in me. That grace is living. And I want you to key into it. Book a consultation. So in what we are doing, we have outreaches that we are doing. We have communities that we support. Book a consultation. Buy a book. Tap into this grace. I will celebrate you and I will see you at the top. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Father, we give you thanks. Father, we worship you. Father, we thank you. Because you alone are good and you alone are God. Hey, you are the God whose word is yea and amen. You are the God who sitteth in heaven and the earth is his footstool. We started this venture in you. We started this venture in prayer. And it ended in prayer. We started this venture in prayer and it's ending in prayer. We want to thank you. We do not take any of this for granted. It's exactly 4 minutes past midnight in Nigeria and 4 minutes past 11 o'clock in Ghana. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that has made this a success. Everybody that has contributed their time, their effort, their resources. Thank you. If there's still anybody that wants to present their project, please reach out to me and then we can organize and schedule a live broadcast where you can present your project. You have just 1 week to do that, or we leave with our amazing prices. So do your assignments, get ready for your presentations. You have 1 week. 1 week to do that. Reach out to Miracle. Reach out to Miracle and ask for the assignments. Ask for the assignments. Ask for the assignments. So I'm saying this. You can see I'm saying this over and over. Ask for the assignments. It's very, very important that you do that so that you can be a part of what we're trying to do. If you can do your assignment, watch all the videos, let us know you've done it. We have a certificate for you. We have a certificate for you for attending Projects Team. Okay, if you can do that, we have a wonderful certificate for you. So make sure you reach out to Miracle and let her know you've done your assignment. Submit your assignment. We have a beautiful certificate for you. If you want to support what we are doing, also reach out as well, so that we can advance what we are doing. If you would like to partner with us as a volunteer, if you want to partner with us as a volunteer, reach out to Miracle. Let her know your skill set, what you can do. Okay, we need people that manage social media. We need people that do editing, video editing. We need people in different phases and all. I'm also regrouping people that would also man people's social media and all, and do a lot of online duties. So if that is something that you can do, please reach out. If you can teach, if you know how to coach, please reach out as well. I want to thank you all. I want to give a shout out to everybody that stayed to this point. Can you drop your name? Let me give you a wonderful shout out as we sign off for the night. Before we go, please don't leave without sowing a seed, and don't leave without dropping a review of Projects Team. You can go, if you registered and came in through the link, you can go to Seller and drop a review, right? It's free. If you've gained from us, please drop a review. We're not asking you to pay anything, but please drop a review what Projects Team was to you. You can drop it on on Stella, you can drop it in the WhatsApp group. Miracle, please make sure that the WhatsApp group is open. Drop a review in the comments. The last leg of this program is the awards for the best students, certificates for people that finish their coursework, and then our charity. So I want to hold on. I want to write it out. So the last leg is the awards. We are going to give awards to our leading sponsors, awards, certificates, and charity, our outreach. So these are the three things, and then we have finally come to the end. Give me a second. Let me see. So we have come to the end, and I want to say this is my Hallelujah Challenge. I brought it in the first ever Hallelujah Challenge in 2017, where I gave a testimony. So if you can find the first Hallelujah Challenge in 2007, you see me there. I gave a testimony, and the testimony is loud gone. So this, I carry it everywhere I go. My shekere. I just remember my shekere. So I've come to the end. What we waited for has come to pass. See what God has done. Drop your name in the comments. Let me give you a shout out before we sign out. I also want to announce that our products are available. Like I said, we have the Customer Service Pro Playbook. If you like to get it, it's on pre-order. It's launching on the 31st of November. Customer Service Pro Playbook. Reach out to Miracle. She's going to hook you up. Shinkini Money, Customer Service Pro Playbook. If you're joining here and you pay in 48 hours, you're going to get it at 50% off. You're going to get Customer Service Pro Playbook at 50% off. If you are here and you like to, be a part of the people that will take our books and get it at a discounted price, reach out with the 28-day branding essentials manual as well. You don't want to miss this one. And I'm so excited to announce that we right now we have our 28-day branding essentials workbook. So if you've purchased the 28-day branding essentials ebook, it's very, very comprehensive. So for 28 days, it's going to guide you on what to do, to elevate your brand. It's something that is a tool that every business needs. If you pay in the next 48 hours, you're going to get it at a 50% discount. You're going to get it as a 50% discount. This is what I can do for you, what we can do, sponsored by Oroluwa Afe. Okay, you're going to get it at a 50% discount. If you can get this, get it. If you can get this, get it. For 28 days, you'll be asking question, how do I elevate my brand? What do I do to my brand? How do I know what to do? For 28 days, you're going to be getting quality guidance. You're going to be getting quality guidance, through this manual. It is loaded, as you can see, all the well loaded. You don't want to miss it, okay? And the interesting thing is we now have the 28-day branding essential workbook. So the workbook goes alongside our our book, our 28-day branding essentials manual. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm trying to add it to the screen. This workbook is what every entrepreneur needs. You need to get the branding essential manual, and you also need to get the 28-day branding essentials workbook. It's very, very important that you get the both of them alongside. And like I said, Oroluwa has covered 50% for anybody that wants to get these books. So reach out to Miracle And then, like I said, this offer lasts just 48 hours as it is hot. Then we also have our business web model. It's a business web model for entrepreneurs. I've spoken about it, a lot here, how to build networks, how to stay connected, how to build networks that work and not just people occupying space and time, how to build solid networks as a business owner. Is it easy to pull together almost 20 coaches from around the world? No, it's not. But I thank God for the grace, and I'm going to teach you how to build solid networks. If you sign up for my coaching course at 50% off for 48 hours, you're going to get the book and you're going to be a part of my coaching call. So these are the wonderful goodies I have to offer you. And then lastly, our business planner. You don't want to miss out on this. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. So that you can get access to other videos. We still have videos with regards to Project STEAM, because at first our coaches started on Zoom, right? But following the leading of the Holy Spirit, I migrated the training to YouTube. So now they're on YouTube. So we still have a lot of trainings that are on Zoom. So we are going to be migrating them. To YouTube, right? So please stay, subscribe, share the links. There are so many courses. Share the links so that people can also join and watch them. You don't want to keep all this knowledge to yourself. You want to be able to share it. My name is Coach Ndale Modebe, and I know that you've had a wonderful time tonight, and I know that you are going to be a part of our family, so click on the link, subscribe. I'm trying to pull the business journal so that I can show you. Hold on. I don't know. I'm trying to pull the business journal. Okay. All right. So what is showing me is the Dane Media Journal. So I don't know. Oh, let me see if I'll show that. Let me see if I'll show. It's showing me the Dane Media Journal. Okay. So how has Project STEAM been for you? We have about 10 minutes before we wrap it up. How has Project STEAM been for you? If you can hear me, let me know in the comments. How has Project STEAM been for you so far? Have you learned anything on this platform? How has Project STEAM been for you? How has Project STEAM been for you? You want to take a screenshot of this business tip for I shared this book for free in the Project STEAM group, right? I shared this book, Miracle. Good. I see you, Miracle. Thank you so much. Thank you for making this work easy for me. I shared this journal that you can use to just it's a notebook you can use to document your processes as a business owner and all. I can't get the e-copy, but I'll show you. You will need this. Every business owner needs this. Is a business planner. You need it. I've been talking about affirmations. I've been talking about confirmations. Affirmations. What affirmations for your business? You need this. It has 366 affirmations. I have it in Focus Pharmacy. You can get some copies there. You can get it online as well. You can also get it directly from me as well. If you're a business person and you are thinking of going into skincare, I have over 50 recipes in my beauty planner. You can get it online as well. We are loaded, and we are not here to play. I spoke about the coaching call with Kenny. If you're interested in learning about marketing, branding, sales, how to optimize sales, Christmas is coming. If you're interested, reach out to Miracle and tell her you want to be a part of the, like I told you, it's not going to be more than 100 cities. That's the highest. We're going to make it affordable so a lot of people can afford it. But if you join in early, you can get it at an affordable price. But the value of the class is actually way more than that. So yeah. So on this note, I want to bid everybody adieu and say God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you to our partners, I learned that our partner, honorable, his name is Honorable Cornelius Naji. That is a correct name, the son of Igwenike. So I apologize for miscalling your name. Is Honorable Cornelius Naji. He is one of our biggest partners. I want to also thank Don Francis. As well, for his immense support as one of our partners. I want to also thank Coach Oroluwa Afe for her support. Please drop your comments. How has this training been helpful to you? Ego says, yes, I learned so much just the 2 days he participated. I learned about VPN and about cybersecurity. You're the best. Thank you so much for the knowledge. Thank you, Ego. Ego is joining us all the way from Warri. How has Project STEAM been to you? Please, can you drop a comment what you've learned? What session popped up for you? What session made a lot of sense to you? What you've learned? What session? Drop your comments. Give me a minute, I'm coming. I'm getting some comments. Yes. So Ben says this has been extremely. I'm getting some comments. Yes. Ben says this has been extremely helpful. I really hope you plan Project STEAM 2025. Hey, Ben. Oh my goodness. Project STEAM 2025. We'll work on it. Who wants Project STEAM 2025? Who wants Project STEAM 2025? Please let me see in the comments. Should we do Project STEAM 2025 or should we just end it in 2024? Okay, let me see. Ben says Meeting different experts from different backgrounds has added so much knowledge to my skill set, and I feel better prepared to tackle a few ideas that I have in mind. I love this review. Thank you. Please, if Project Team 2024 has been helpful, drop a comment, drop a review for us here. Once we go after, because YouTube cuts the live, cuts off the chat once we post, right? So I want you to do something for me. Once I end this live, wait a few minutes and comment on YouTube, Facebook. Bomb us with positive comments. Let the coaches that there are, if there are 3 coaches or 5 coaches that their classes were impactful to you, mention the topic, mention them, drop a review. They're going to come back and see it, okay? If you want us to do this in 2025, drop some fire reviews for us. You can also drop reviews for us on our seller account. It's totally free. You can go there and drop it. Drop comments in the group and all that. You know, these reviews are what will make us come back and do this. So, hey, these reviews are what will make us come back and do this. So please, drop your reviews. I'm waiting for more reviews. I'm waiting for more reviews. I can see you all. I can see everybody that is logged in. I can see you. Please drop your reviews. Oh, please drop your reviews. Oh, drop your reviews. Drop your reviews. Drop your reviews. Drop your reviews. This is the last day for our training. Any other thing after this is just going to be us coming on live and doing presentations and maybe giving awards, or, you know, just basically, you know, coming to do like a makeup class to just discuss, or discussion class. But this is the very last day of Project Team, and I'm so happy that we did it, we did it. Thank you to the coaches. You guys are amazing. God bless you, you know, for believing in us, for teaching, for believing in the participants. For the best thing you can do is to go and watch all these videos. While you're watching, be noting the points that are, you know, fire to you, the point that you need to execute. Note it. If you have questions, still drop it. We'll find a way to also answer it as well. Okay, no more reviews for now. Should we shut it down? Should we close? Should we close? No more reviews. No more reviews. No more reviews. Is there anybody here that needs data? You can also comment as well. We give out some tokens of data, you know, to people. Then if you have not, we have about, I think last I checked, we had about 13 names. 13 names of people that wanted their businesses registered. The vacuum is for 20. The space is for 20 names. So let's try as much as possible to make it 20, so that we can have an even number, and then we can now start the processes for the, you know, Smidgen registrations. Naban Misago Sigo. Okay, thank you everybody. You saying yes please? What does yes please mean? That we should do STEAM 2025? I will reach out later or tomorrow, please. Okay, sure, Ben. Let's give a round of applause to Ben. He is amazing. He's been so consistent joining us. Choma has been joining as well. Okay, you need data. Okay, Ben, have you your slot? It ends in midnight on Saturday. What are you interested? Are you interested in the sponsorship Couture put out for you? I've noted your data. Are you interested in it? I've added my name to the list of people for business registration. Okay, that's good. But the SMIDI registration, I don't know if they do it in Ghana. I don't know if they do it in Ghana. And I don't know if you can do SMIDI registration for people outside Nigeria. But I'm going to discuss with my contacts, and then, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. We have 20 slots for people that will register. We want to register people's business names. A lot of times you may not have what you want to do right now, but if you have a business name, it will motivate you. So think about your business names. We have about 7 more spots. Yes, let's do STEAM 2025. Okay. STEAM 2025. Another person, should we do Project STEAM 2025? Any other person? Should we do Project STEAM 2025? Should we do Project STEAM 2025? Should we do Project STEAM 2025? Let me know in the comments. 2 things I need you to do. Once this live ends, just wait. Come on YouTube at Ndale Modebe, NDALIMODEBE, YouTube and Facebook, and comment. Drop how impactful this has been for you, what you learned. If you learned anything, put it there. Let us be encouraged. You can address it to the coaches that taught. We've had Coach Kenny, Coach Nee, Coach Fafali, Coach Komla, so many. This is from my community manager. She said, apart from being the community manager for Project STEAM, I've learned a lot and I was inspired. Oh, yes. Okay. Ben says, yes, I am interested in the slot for business web model. Okay. Ben, after this training, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you because this is the next step. After all this knowledge, there has to be fruits. So that when we do, God willing, if we're able to put it together, when we do Project STEAM 2025, you'll be coming to testify and say, oh, this is what I've been able to do over a year, and Project STEAM 2024 helped me do it. So yes, we would most likely, we are going to do Project STEAM 2025, God willing. All right. Oh, I feel like crying because we've come to the end. I can't believe it has ended. Oh, it's so emotional for me right now. It's so emotional. I can't believe it's ended. But hey, thank God we have a community that we can continue our discussions and all. Don't be in a hurry to leave the Project STEAM WhatsApp group. Yes. I know. I've noted him. He's the only one that needs data, Abby. Only him. Okay. Don't be in a hurry to leave the Project STEAM WhatsApp group. We are going to, organize a series of programs to keep you educated and informed. One thing I want to let you know is that every Thursday, we are going to be having trainings right here, either in the WhatsApp community or on YouTube. Every Thursdays is our Thursday teaching, just like today. This one is a standard that we will stay, right? But for the Tuesday and Friday trainings, it won't happen anymore. But at least every Tuesday, once a week, we're going to have trainings. There's going to be consultations every Tuesday. If you want to consult, reach out to Miracle and book a consultation. If you're part of Project STEAM, you have, from now to the next 48 hours to secure a slot. Coach Oluwa has paid 15,000 naira for everybody that wants to take a consultation. And I'm also adding up by adding a free book. So if you want to take a consultation, my consultation costs 25,000 naira. or 250 cedis. But if you pay 100 cedis or 10,000 naira, I am going to, merge it to the 15,000 naira Coach Oroluwa has presented for the participants and the innovators in projects team. And I'm going to also one up her and give you a free ebook. And you just have for 48 hours to do that. The payments have already started coming. People have already started securing their slots. It's just a 48-hour window, and then we are done. Okay, it's the fastest fingers thing, and if you're able to secure it, better for you, because you're going to, enjoy that free token for the longest time. Without further ado, I'm going to just go ahead and shut down. This has been an amazing time. And in as much as I don't want to leave, I do have to go because I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. And I'm sure all of you have so much that you want to do as well. So we are going to shut down shortly. Please remember to drop your reviews in the WhatsApp group, drop your reviews in this chat, because all these chats here, after we are done with YouTube clears it. I don't know why they clear the chat. I don't know why they keep doing that. Okay, I see another Project Team 2025 in the comments. Very good. Okay, Project Team 2025, I see it in the comments. Oh, God willing, we will have Project Team 2025. I pray it to be, a blessing, and I pray that between now and 2025 there will be so much impact. Let me go ahead and pin it. Project Team 2025. Okay. Project Team 2025. Project Team 2025. Okay. Anybody else that would like Project Team 2025 to hold? Anybody else? Okay. It's been a pleasure. It's been amazing. This is me, Coach Ndali Modebe. I've been your Project Team coordinator, founder of Louis Loveness Foundation, founder of Day Media, PR Solutions, founder of Hazel Oils, Business Foods Bootcamp. I've been your captain on this cruise, and I am going to be signing out. I wish you all well. I want to see you at the top, and I'll probably shed 1 or 2 tears after this, but I'm glad I did it. And I do it with all honor. I do it with all joy, and I do it with all pleasure. Happy new month. Oh, we're actually saying happy new month. Happy new month. This month will be a wonderful month. It's not yet a new month here. We're still in October right here in Ghana. So, but yes, still happy new month. So we are going to be signing out in a few seconds. What we waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. See what the Lord has done. Oh, see what the Lord has done. What we waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. Okay, guys, good night. Grand finale, signing out in 5, 4, 3, 2,